They're still the Behir, right? Like it's just underwater, or it's don't.
But that thing,
That's true.
there.
It's
Or is it in the fog?
it's be somewhere.
It's
It's
having
no,
like a phase 2 moment.
It's right here.
yeah, it's no longer be here. It's be somewhere over there.
Yeah. It's begone.
But yeah, decisions that were made previously are now having consequences. Is basically what is happening in the phase 2 of this fight.
What do you mean? You mean like the enemies are facing consequences, right?
They haven't made many like great decisions. If I'm gonna be honest, they crashed, and then, well, and then I guess they got the there, the here.
Yeah, this will be fun. Gotta wait for you guys to kill these last Zahwagins, and then we can have a good time. Oh boy! Is everybody ready? Ready here? Stream going and flowing. Yeah. OBS recording. Just making sure.
Sure, yeah, no.
Perfect.
Great. Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to the lands of Ela. It's been quite a long time since we played last. I think a full 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Too long.
3 weeks, yeah. So that being said, let me just do a little bit of a recap so we can get back into the swing of things. We return back to the Reaper in the midst of a pitched combat on the high seas. A showdown with a very angry lightning-slinging sea serpent and some, I think just kind of opportunistic Sahuagin who just decided to capitalize on the chaos and boarded the ship. Did not realize that they were, I think, taking on a little bit too much than they can handle. Your crew certainly is not the typical sailor and mercenary crewed ships that they've been known to prey on. The battle has gone pretty well, despite several crew members dropping in the wake of the Behir's appearance on the ship. A well-timed mass healing word by Ruby has returned consciousness to most of your crew. You guys are all standing right on the deck of the ship, fog kind of spreading around the high seas. You are kind of caught in between, slowly navigating these tall, like craggy rocks that are jutting out of the water. And in the far distance, you're not too far away from it now. The ship that you guys had found saw like the gleaming arcane engine, the blue flames of it gleaming in the distance. Not 100% sure what that's all about quite yet, but you did rescue a gnome named Dumas, and the thing disappeared again. What's up with Spotify and doing that? Anybody know?
No clue.
Maybe I just minimize it. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't mess up the overlay too much, Ryan.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. Great. Yeah, so you guys have rescued this gnome named Dumas, and he explained to you that, well, basically that this entire project was kind of developing a technology based on the ancient technology and getting it to work again in a modern context, and that while he has been working very, very hard on this thing, his thesis advisor, whom theoretically has been kind of funding and setting this all up, he has never actually met, but he did name drop her, and the name of that person would be Yeska Yashira. So another instance of her name popping up in all the wrong places, or perhaps maybe the right places. So as you guys kind of look to clean up the rest of this battle, surely there will perhaps be some words for Dumas in an attempt to figure out exactly what happened and what the history of this strange ship might be. But I will remind you, right before we ended our last session, you all bore witness to a very strange phenomenon, a foul pulse of energy that kind of ripped through the ocean, and it, what seems like, impacted the Bakir, sending kind of a wave of this violent dread flowing through the air. So you know that whenever it resurfaces, something has happened to it, and that something might not be very good. So we come back to initiative order. We got our girl Suzanne, freshly revived by that mass healing word. I believe she had gone down previously. Going to take a shot. I forgot how much people you have on your team. Going to use her steady aim. Just shaking off some rust. Suzanne not gonna connect, but it's Tony's turn. Hell yeah. Tony's gonna walk up to you, Alok. She decided that you're her buddy. She's gonna walk up to you. She's gonna say, "Hey,
Hello.
was that like totally embarrassing when I went down like that?" She has her like arm outstretched with a bow. Her longbow is pointed at the big boy, beefy Sahuagin, but is not seemingly paying attention as she's about to kind of let loose the arrow. Was that like super embarrassing? Or,
No,
like,
going unconscious happens a lot. It's like what happens in a fight. But what's really embarrassing is you keep missing your shots. You should probably look where you're shooting.
Oh, come on. And then she just shoots. I'm just going to give her a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Actually, there's something in her backstory, okay, that actually gives her a neutral to hit.
There's like 3 allies in the way you could potentially hit. You should probably look.
Okay, so she misses horribly.
Ow.
Actually just dings, like, Ruby, you're not even paying attention, but it dings off of your shield. And just ping, like glances off of it slightly. She goes, "Oh shit, God, I used to be a lot better at this." And she turns to you completely and goes, "You know, I used to like do tricks in a circus."
This is not
And
the
it's your
time. What?
It's your turn.
These things aren't toys. Alok will just, he'll also, actually, how far am I? It's fine. Steady aim, take a shot.
Okay. Oh, so that's how it goes. Okay. See,
Yeah, see, if you look where you're shooting, you hit them.
Okay, yeah, but it feels like your bow kind of has some magic-y stuff going on, and like, I have not once seen you take any wind resistance into account. Like, does wind even affect that slightly?
I used to
Because
after
you
when I
know,
just...
you kind I don't know if you've noticed.
I can do it
but
with that
my
bow
kinda
too, I
thing-
swear.
I do like a kind of thing before to kind of tell. Yeah, that is going to
Also,
be.
can I do the Whales of the Grave thing where I hit the target that I hit? Or...
Yes, yes, you
Okay.
may.
So it's half my... Okay. Damn!
Oh.
What the fuck?
Show it off!
My
Holy
God.
Wow.
He has 2 HP left. I'm tempted to just drop him after that.
No, like Alec
devil-
gets us.
The devil comes
Don't-
up out of the.
Don't fuck with the stats. Come on.
Okay, yeah, we don't fuck with the stats. Okay. Some stuff is gonna happen in the background. That's fine. Okay. Gallet, your move.
Oh. He's really far away.
He's kind of, I'm a little fucked up. I'm all fucked up.
Yeah, no, he's too far away.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's too far away.
Oh, can you not hear the music?
You know what? I'll get closer to Nico. That's
Okay.
my turn.
Get
Hey, Nico.
in there. I'm so upset about the music thing. It's really hard.
Unless everyone else is hearing it, I just didn't hear it.
I could hear it.
before.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
you could hear it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My
that
bad.
was
I don't know
working
why I
fine.
don't hear it then.
Okay.
Whatever.
Oops,
It's fine.
fine.
That's my bad.
Cool.
It's weird.
Great. Okay. You're just gonna get closer to Nico, and Nico goes, "Ah, Captain, it has been a very long time since we have fought together.
Yeah, it feels
You
like it.
seem a little bit more like, built."
Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. You know,
Is that something you have been working on, sir?
I've
Like,
been
you look
working
different.
on that. I've been working on it. Yeah, I think I can handle a bit
It
more.
is. All I will say, it is a good look on you, Monsieur. It is a good look on you.
Hey, thanks. Nico, you look great too.
Ah, you was only saying that because you miss me. It is whatever. Simon. I think also dropping got picked up, right? Does he have 10 health? Yeah. He picks himself up. I've fallen again in battle, but I won't stay down. That's not even Simon's voice, but that's his voice now. Simon is gonna go for his third kill. He could magic missile and guarantee a kill,
Or
he could scorching ray.
it's anime time.
Might want to save the big one for the guy that's about to come up.
It's anime time, man.
Might
He ain't
be
gonna
enemy.
get any.
Magic
he
missile.
ain't
You know
gonna
what?
get, like,
You know what?
freaking-
I'm gonna make a fucking wisdom check for Simon.
Secure the stats.
Okay. He's gonna play. Okay. He's not gonna like get too carried away. He's gonna magic a missile. Ooh. Okay. 2, 3. Okay, Simon. Gotta drop the Sahuagin Baron and get a kill for himself. Adding that to the Simon kill counter actually.
Well, it only took the first one to
Excellent.
kill that creature, so who else did he want to hit? Maybe
Yeah,
Ruby,
he's gonna hit this
Suma?
guy in the back. This one in the back is still in range from Simon here.
Forgot about
Thank
that
you
guy.
so much. We're gonna get hit for a total of 7. Great. Simon closes his book and he says, "Are you watching that, Master? I'm doing it.
That was awesome, dude.
Thanks. I learned that from you. You've never cast magic
I don't
missile,
have that
but
spell.
you just seem like the kind of guy who would be able to do some kind of thing like that."
I'll take it. No, that one was all you, man.
I fully
okay.
forgot Sumo was the mentor for a moment.
Yeah,
So
Shaz.
when you cut in, we're like, yeah.
Is he cheating on Suma with a different mentor? Who taught him
he's
that spell?
He's
He's
talking to
gotta want
Suzanne.
He got that spell somewhere.
Shaz is gonna run up actually. Shazamir? It's Shazamir's time to shine, I think. He has no spells.
Where is he supposed to shine?
He's gonna shoot it with his longbow. A 19 is going to hit. What? That is 9 damage to the spellcaster one, well the way in the back, on death's door. Shaz, yes, I'm not gonna be forgotten. Not today.
Tony, was that your arrow? Nice job.
Yeah, I think it was. You know what? I
It
think
must
what
have come back
happened
around to
is-
the wind.
Yeah. So what it was a trick shot.
Yeah.
It was a trick shot. Well, really, it all took place in the same 6 seconds, so that could have feasibly been. Yeah, Suma, your move.
Okay. I just sort of like look at Simon as I'm running, and I'm like, I don't even really feel like I need to do this, but here we go.
Do it for the stats.
Radiant senses, normal.
Okay, that is going to do it. You finish the last of the Sahuagins.
And I'll just chill, because that's,
Okay.
yeah,
So,
there's no one else.
at the conclusion of your turn, we have eliminated all the visible threats. My question to you guys is this. Is there anything you guys want to do? You don't know where the Behir is or when it's going to come up. What do you guys want to do in the meantime to either prepare for its arrival, or do you want to keep moving towards the crash trip, or do you want to start moving away from it? Or what's kind of the vibe?
Like a wind.
What is there to hide?
Haven't
behind?
used that trick in a while.
I'm gonna hide behind these barrels.
We still have.
It's a good question. I don't know.
How long does it take to recharge? Does it have a
Couple
recharge?
days. It's been a while since you guys have
Yeah,
last
so
used
it's
it,
probably.
right?
Who would have it?
Ruby.
Yeah, I think Reed's
Oh,
always had it.
bag of holding.
Really?
Maybe?
You're the only one that can actually close the thing.
Oh, true.
We can get closer to it. I don't, I was worried about getting closer just due to the enemies, but we sort of killed them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and your crew have gotten pretty damn strong lately. I will say, discuss like a vague game plan amongst y'all as I go get myself a drink really fast.
All right.
We'll say you have like a couple turns to prepare, a couple rounds.
Big game plan.
Oh god, we're running through our bless.
I sort of want to polymorph into a giant ape.
Ooh, you should do it.
Do you think our ship can handle the stress?
It's a ship, it should.
Yeah.
I think it should be okay.
Well, it's a giant ape. I don't know how much.
It's a giant
It
ship.
cannot be here standing on it. It's gonna be
We have cannons. Those are-
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
I do already have the spell up that I can
And-
continue to use, but I'm.
Is to polymorph into
All
an
right.
ape. And
Yeah. I'll just do the boring thing.
I mean, if
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the only way I see having a problem is if you did like Super Smash Bros. Like down B with Donkey Kong. If you did something like that, then
Well, hold on. That's pretty effective, though.
yeah, but you probably break the boat if you're just.
Well, now I feel like I want to do that. Okay, well,
You can test it. Stress test.
let's get closer to the ship. I'm second in command. I don't think I'm going to be really the smartest.
Okay. So, you guys decide to pull close. I will say that the amount of time, it's like a little bit of time passes as you are able to navigate your ship slowly, kind of around the bends and dodging the rocks. Until you pull up to maybe like around where the ship is in the map ish. We'll say that that's kind of about as close as you can get. For now.
You know,
Yes.
just letting you know, I am now a giant ape.
You are now a giant ape.
Yeah,
Yes, I do
small
see that.
change.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Let me see if I
then
have.
I'm also going to cast something while we're moving.
Hey,
I'm going to summon my draconic spirit.
Okay. You do
that's a
that.
spell?
Ooh.
Yeah. It's new
Oh.
and fancy.
Is it like a Tasha spell or something?
It's from the dragon book, Fizbin's, I think.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Oh. Ryan, do you know if polymorph, since it uses temporary hit points, it would get rid of my armor bag at this, right? Because like you can only have one.
Well, armor vagatus is that concentration or no?
Yeah, it's concentration.
Then armor vagatus would go away. Well, is armor
Okay.
vagatus concentration?
Oh, no, it's not.
No, it should carry over.
Okay,
Oh, big ape.
big monkey ape.
I'm pretty sure, because like haste carries over and stuff like that. So.
Okay. You should be able to control this giant ape now.
Yay!
Is that true? Can you indeed control it?
Give me a second. No,
No.
I got me.
Do you see it in your journal though?
Let's see, journal? No.
Oh.
Maybe a previous Gallic Abate, not current Gallic Abate.
So you can't see the giant ape thing.
I see it, I just can't control it.
Oh, are there
Did
two
you
God Abates?
Did you make a copy of the
Are there
giant ape?
two?
Oh, now I got it.
Now you got it. There's
Oh.
two. Why is
Yeah,
there
I
two?
lost my account.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, right. Okay, that's why. Okay. All right, so you can control it now, right? Okay, just making
Yeah.
sure.
Big
And
boy ape.
Suma, you got your spirit. It's supposed to be that size?
Large.
I think it's large, right? You need to
Yeah.
resize it. Okay. There you go.
Ooh.
Oh, that's sick. Well, can you make that big?
I'm gonna make it sort of spectral so that it is resistant to and deals necrotic
Oh,
damage.
cookie.
Monkey.
Okay. Spectral, so it resists necrotic damage, you said?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
I wish I had
Okay.
a pet or something.
And so do you, right? You and it get resistance to that now?
I think I do.
The spell is
Unless-
like super complicated. But that's
I'll
part
look.
of the thing. Yeah, it says when you summon the dragon, choose one of its dagger resistances. You have resistance to that until the spell ends. But you can only choose one of them.
I'll choose necrotic.
Okay, necrotic damage resistance. Got it. You and the dragon. Okay, perfect. Awesome. In that case, any changes in formation, and are you healing up your crewmates before anything happens in that interim? And are you changing where you are on the ship at all, or where you want the crew to be?
Do we need healing? Does anyone need healing?
I would probably tell Tony to also stealth somewhere. I'm behind these barrels. I don't know where she could go, but
I like this camaraderie between you and Tony. I feel like you hate her on principle.
better yet, maybe Tony just go downstairs.
Ooh, she hit it though.
Wait, where'd you
She
go?
hit a nat 20 though. She hit a natty though. She vanishes. She's like, "You're bumming me out, Loki."
Who said that?
Vanishes into these barrels right here. Tony's stealth. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think Nico can chip in with some healing as well. But really, he can only heal himself. Like, he can only do single target heals. So let me know if you're putting any other healing spells anywhere.
Does anyone need healing?
I think just Suzanne and Simon, right?
Yeah, Nico will heal himself twice.
Okay.
Tiny bit,
Oh,
but
never
not
mind.
not a whole lot.
Lily's just ringing the bell the whole time. Everyone's casting spells.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's just ring the bell and then I will cast it. Those guys. Okay, the first one is for Suzanne, because I am biased.
Mhm.
And the second one is for Simon. Bolivar.
Even the dice rolls are biased for Suzanne.
A little bit.
Excellent. Okay. And this is where everybody wants to be. Gallet, you're an ape on that side right there.
Yeah, I'm just poking Nico.
Okay, Nico will be right by you. Simon will be by you, Suma, wherever you are, but maybe slightly behind you here. Ruby will be there. Suzanne. You know what? Suzanne is gonna be by Ruby. Behind the ape. Behind the giant ape.
And Ruby's our
Okay.
favorite before, so she's just kind of looking at it.
Alrighty. We begin. You guys all. Let's actually play some. As you guys take your spaces on the ship, exactly where you planned, exactly where you feel like you will be best utilized, getting ready for this threat, because there is a part of you that is drawn to the ship with the Arcane engine, whether that's to scrap it for parts or just to understand what it is happened here. You want to come in closer and figure out what's going on and what you may be able to get. But you know that between you and that thing is a Behir that has been stricken by some kind of necrotic force. So you all take your places, and as you do, there's the creaking of the Reaper, kind of like as it glides in between, very gracefully, honestly, the rocks. The fog around you darkens a little bit, and kind of stray currents of black lightning kind of rip through at odd intervals above you. I need everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw. We're starting things spicy. Excellent, excellent. Oh my
Good job,
god!
That's
Oh
okay.
no!
That is also
Okay.
not bad.
I'm gonna have to make a couple for Simone. Suzanne.
Oh, I have advantage on con saves. Wait, actually, do I? Hold on. Never mind. No, I don't. Not now. I don't.
Psych.
Well, it might be too late. So, never mind.
Why? What do you have?
I never pulled one of the trinkets from the people that died. So,
Oh,
because it's a reaction. I forgot to say when
I forgot Shaz was here. Like, not even memeing, I forgot Shaz was there. I forgot to put him somewhere else, but that's fine. Okay. All in all, most everybody saves. The only people that didn't save were I did Simon and Simon and Suzanne first. So those two fail. And Alok is going to fail this particular roll. It is not the Behir's breath weapon. You had experienced that before as kind of like a chain lightning or like a lightning bolt type of effect. This comes from kind of all around, not in an area of effect, but kind of the air itself becomes charged with kind of a strange, potent necrotic energy. And as the fog kind of gathers around you, it kind of curdles into a powerful, like, putrid gas. That is going to do a little bit of necrotic damage. Everybody who saved will take half damage. If you did not save, this is going to be a bit of an ouchie. 33 damage to all you who did not save.
I have it because I'm ASMR.
You have it because you're an ASMR. Suma, you take a quarter of that, I think, at this point. With the saving and otherwise. Simon's going down. I'm so sorry. Simon goes down.
Crap.
Question.
Suzanne, yes. Suzanne goes down.
I'm no longer a giant ape.
Bless is no
Oh,
longer.
wow.
Or is it still a thing?
What?
I'm no
Is
longer a
Bless-
giant ape. I failed the, I took damage, and I failed the Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit. Yes.
Is Bless still in force or no? Because is it?
It would not have been a full minute yet. No.
I think
So it's still in effect.
Gala,
whoever
you
had
had
less-
bless, right?
I think I had bless.
So
I think
if you get a
you guys
4,
I don't know.
Yeah.
actually, no, because you took 6. Yeah, if you get a 4, you'll save.
I'll check. No, no.
Damn.
Well, I
Any
saved
portents?
myself from a little
Actually?
bit, maybe damage.
Don't think I'm lying here. I'm pretty sure you have a bardic, don't you?
No, I used it.
Oh, you used it already. Okay. Understood.
Any
Oh, I'm so
portents?
sorry.
Anyone got
Alright.
anyone got a portent for
Any
that?
portents for the ape? Let's bring the ape back.
Monkey.
Did I roll anything? It's not gonna help you though. Bad.
It's fine. It's fine. I knew that this was the danger of bringing a polymorph.
That is so sad. I am so sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
I forgot it worked that way. Yes. Okay. Is it really like that?
Yeah. Each time you take damage, you have to make a Constitution. It's a concentration spell.
Concentration
Otherwise, it would be a
spell.
little bit busted. I could just go get 157 HP.
I guess
quite often.
usually the person is not the person casting it who gets
Yeah.
polymorphed. I guess that makes sense. Okay, but as that happens, the little putrid gas kind of seeps through. All of you kind of feel like a strong urge to choke, to like cough and like like something is inside of you. Simon and Suzanne kind of succumb immediately. In the desperate gasp for like fresh air that doesn't make you want to die, Gallet, you briefly lose concentration and shrink back down to your normal self. And at that, we are going to begin combat as the Behir makes itself known all the way at the back end of the ship, having come up and around on this side. No one says it had to come from the same direction. Alrighty. We're gonna start back at the top of the initiative order. Yes, Alok.
Ruby also has to make a con save for Bless.
Oh, true. Yes.
Okay, for my dragon.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
So how much
Us-
damage did we take? Sorry. So then it's
16 damage if you saved, which I believe everybody did.
got you.
Oh, okay. Nico's almost dead. Tony saved? Tony's down, actually, as well. Shaz is down as well.
I'm like,
All the people who were like high enough level to like live if they had saved did not save, unfortunately. But Nico's still up. Nico's up and he's okay. So Suzanne is gonna make a death save. That's what she's gonna do. Immediately, and she's gonna roll a nat 20 to keep fighting. She's going to have one death save failure. Tony as
What
well
did I-
is going to make
I
one.
hate you, Suzanne.
Tony takes two
No,
death save failures.
Nico, get on it.
And Alok's turn as he is first in the initiative order.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just to be clear, I'm not the only one that's not hearing the music again this time. Or am I?
Oh wait, let me.
Lights on.
Because apparently last time... Okay.
You might need to read.
Oh, it was on for a second.
Yeah, I can hear it now.
It came back for a second. Alright, either way, I am going to cry. Would I still be hidden there? Or can it
Yes,
see
you would.
me? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will...
This was like kind of like an effect that damaged everybody within the area.
Mhm.
Like near this thing. Oh! Lily! Needs to make a con save.
Lily's really high up there, though.
Yeah, she's like...
On 18, she does save, but she's not that high level. She has no levels, actually. Lily,
Did she die?
I think gets knocked out completely. It's knocked out. Not dead, but knocked out.
Oh, we don't do that. Right.
Okay.
Alright, I'm just gonna boppity boopity. Wow,
Hey.
that's impressively bad.
You do still have Bless, right?
That's what the +4 is.
Okay. That does hit.
Okay.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Roll there.
And I'll do the extra necrotic from Whales of the Grave, but I'm not expecting a lot. I'm expecting good resistance.
Yeah.
But potentially.
With an extra 14 damage, that will be halved to 7.
Okay.
It is resistant, but it will take it.
Okay. And then I want to move. Yikes! I feel like I'm within range of it. I'm gonna bonus action disengage and move over here.
Shimona.
There you go. That's my turn.
Okay. Alok, at the very end of your turn, it is going to take a legendary action. And what it is going to do is it's going to scream. Actually, I have a question. What is your typical protocol? And I want you to answer this very honestly. What is your typical protocol for when you guys kill things on the ship? Do you, in that time, do you think you would have cleaned up the corpses right away?
Probably.
I wouldn't
not.
have called
Not-
for it.
Time that we had, probably.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'd imagine
Probably-
we weren't really thinking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Probably
is
on the
like a-
lookout for.
There might be one less because I played with it, but like I was an ape.
Oh,
Okay. Just grabbed one and chucked it over the the side of the ship.
Just to
Okay.
see how far I could go.
In it screeches loudly and almost as if deferring to its will, the Sahuagin Baron comes back to life. You see that like, strangely, this thing is freshly dead. It should not have gone through any stages of decomposition, but almost upon hearing this thing shriek, it rises. It starts up its flesh, instantly rotting away as it becomes under this thing's thrall. You imagine this thing probably does not have as much hit points as it did previously, but it certainly has some. Okay. That's just the Behir's turn straight up. Here, let's see. It's gonna have to get onto the ship.
It doesn't need to.
Fully. So, how much movement do we got on this boy? 50 feet? That's a lot of movement. Okay, who can you get to? Ooh, be sweet to get right here, wouldn't it? Yep, so that's what we're gonna do. Here is gonna grow
Too big.
right here in
Okay,
front
well,
of
that works.
you guys. What a juicy target that Nico is. But he's gonna go for Gallet.
Hey!
And we established you still had Armor of Agathis active?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Well, this is gonna suck for it if it. I don't understand why I roll so goddamn low with this thing. It's plus
Wow.
10. And gotta use its bite attack. 15 still misses you, right?
Yeah.
A 2 and a 5. Not gonna do it. Okay.
No,
That'll be Simon's turn. Who rolls a death save. Another fail. And that'll be Shaz's turn. Who rolls a death save. Another fail.
Oh,
Suba, your move.
ooh,
This is
none
a
of
really
these are
weird
good.
script that you wrote for this one. This is very weird.
And your little dragon too.
Introduce NPCs, kill some NPCs.
Golly golly, I want to help Simon, but I have 0 healing capabilities. So I guess I'm just gonna call out to let anyone know that Simon is down and just try to put this thing back down where it came from. Alrighty. Oh,
Crit.
so 8, and I assume that misses.
The 11 misses, yes.
Yeah,
The
13.
13 misses as well. But it is crit. A very low crit somehow. Isn't there also, shouldn't there be like a billion modifiers on that for some reason?
No, I don't have any. My sword is not that great.
Okay, got it.
So then it is the dragon's turn. And he has a multi-attack. So, 1, 2,
Yeah, let's go Draconic Rend.
Oh my god.
3.
Yeah. You cast it using it the normal, right? Like, I think I have that plugged in properly?
Yeah, it's regular. Yep.
Okay, you just rolled the same damage twice? Okay.
Yep.
I wanted to make sure. Okay, that's 30 damage to this guy.
And is he still up at the end of that?
He has to make a constitution saving throw. He definitely goes down to 0. But
And it has
he
it has one more thing it can do if it's
Yeah.
still alive.
If it makes the save, which it does, it pops back up with 1 HP. Comes back up.
And the dragon is going to exhale some necrotic energy at it. Does it take necrotic damage?
It is currently full undead, so no.
Then never mind.
Okay. Great.
Alright, we're
That
just
is
taking it.
Suma's turn. Nico's turn. Sacre bleu. This does not look like a very good situation for me, Captain. Should I run, or should I prioritize on healing? What should I do?
Focus on healing.
Okay,
I'll probably be able to move them here in a second or two.
Okay, but just saying, who heals the healers? You know what I mean? Okay.
Let's try to
He's
keep an eye
gonna
out for
drop. He doesn't know about Tony. Tony, not 20 stealthed somewhere.
Oh, no.
Died. Not 1 death saved, and nobody knows where she is.
He wasn't.
Nico is gonna healing word. I think he's gonna prio Simon here, because Suzanne is at the most risk of just getting knocked out immediately again. So, he's gonna have so many NPCs. Simon pops back up with 7 hit points. Nico's heals are beefy because he has a lot of charisma. Okay, and then Nico is just gonna, I think, disengage with his action, and then back the fuck up behind Suma. You will protect me, like, right?
Of course,
Yes.
of course.
Okay. All right, Ruby, that is your move.
Oh. Okay. Should I do another round of mass healing? I think there's only.
Probably a good idea. Also, I may have made a whoopsie daisy. So when I was like, okay, well I'm an 8 now, so I can move my character away. I think I took myself out of the turn order.
Oh shit, you are totally right. I want to say you were right before Nico before, right?
I thought I was after the Bahir.
Is that right?
I thought I got like a relatively good.
You were
one
right
in
before
there.
Simon. You were right before Simon. That is true. Okay. Okay. Let's back up in time and go back. Yes, Gallant.
I can just do a very simple action.
This would have been right after your thing.
Basically, I'm just gonna. Let's move over here. 5, 10. Yeah. And White Blade.
10 not gonna do it. A 24 is gonna do it. You're pushing.
And I'm pushing.
Okay, that is 9 damage plus a. Oh, no save, right?
Yeah.
Up,
Just,
up. Okay.
and
damage.
I'll use the tentacle. I'll bring it forth a tentacle.
Okay.
On I guess that works.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna go for a.
Okay. 14 not gonna do it.
All right. End of
Okay.
turn.
End of your turn. At the end of your turn, Gallant, it is going to attempt to constrict you again, and maybe it's not going to roll below 5 this time.
It's gonna roll.
Jesus.
Okay. So
Uh-oh.
that
Anyone
is
got a point?
I used
that
mine
is
on a 20
quite a lot of
earlier.
damage.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of a hurt.
That's a lot of damage. Okay.
Yeah.
27.
Okay, so how much in total?
27, 36, or 52 damage, I believe.
52. Ooh. Let me get.
Yeah, 52 damage.
Okay, give me a second. So,
I finally got a hit on you. Jesus.
okay, so that's. And then. So 34. Okay, so 78. Minus
You still have temp
34.
HP.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
have
yeah.
70
Yeah.
something. 78 to begin with, so.
Yeah,
Still
no,
up.
I'm up, and it took 25 cold damage.
Yes, it takes damage for doing that.
And
I
also, I'm
believe
gonna. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna use my reaction, and I'm gonna reduce some of that damage.
Sure
with the
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
great.
that hurts.
Mhm.
I just need the damage. 8. So 8. Okay, I get 8 more.
Okay,
That's
great,
easy.
perfect.
Did you decrease your max HP? 'Cause
He
someone-
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will see
Okay,
David.
so that's Gal's turn. So now we go back. I think that Nico probably wouldn't have done. He wouldn't have disengaged in that case. He would have just moved and tried to finish off this the Baron. Yeah, he had room to do that. So Nico would have done that. Hit up his rapier.
Oh, gee.
Okay. This guy is gonna make the same con save but with a higher DC this time. And fails it, so he does not get to come back to life. He is gone forever. This time around, Nico doing stuff. Okay, now we go to Ruby.
So masculine word then, and then who needs it? So I'm guessing. Let Suzanne.
You also know Lily's dead up top.
Lily, okay. So that's 3, and Simon is 4. Jazz down?
Chaz is down.
Okay. 5. Anybody else?
I mean, I could use some. I'm constructed currently.
I think I mentioned you already though. So 1, 2, 3.
I mean, I could use some if you have an extra person you can choose.
Okay.
So can Suma. So either one.
Or Tony.
In fact, Suma has less health than me. So.
Tony, dead in the corner. No one sees her. Unironically, the new Chaz.
Okay, so
The only one that actually knows is the little tentacle arm that's right by her.
Yeah.
Ruby, you have to choose who do you hate less, Suma or Alok? This is gonna mean a lot. This is gonna change everything going forward.
Yeah.
Who you choose?
definitely
here.
gonna be Suma.
I won't be.
Okay.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
It's
I
just
thought you were gonna
like-
think about it for a
house.
second at least. That was just instant. I mean,
You know, we did sort of ask for it with the Locky lads.
that's true. That's true.
There you go.
Okay, so that is to Suzanne, yes?
Hmm.
Suzanne,
Suzanne,
Lily,
Ellie,
that's
Simon,
good.
Shaz.
Simon. Okay, Simon's good. Chaz is up. Hell yeah. And who else?
And then Suma and Gallet. Is that 6?
Sure, yeah, Suma and Gallant.
Hey.
And Simon as well. I meant this is Simon, right?
Yeah, Simon got it.
Cool.
Okay.
And then. Okay. We'll just Sacred Flame this way.
Okay. Sacred Flame. Make a
Or
little Dexy
don't know
dex.
what their gender is. I don't know.
Does save. Oh, I have talked to myself on, but does save with a flat 15. So going to avoid that damage. Okay, Ruby, at the end of your turn, something very interesting is going to happen, because it's now going to take its bite attack against Gallant. And Gallant, being restrained by its constrict ability, it will have advantage on this roll. Oh, I forgot.
It's not gonna get a second crit. It's fine.
Yeah, no, that like
Surely
the chances
not.
of that is like
Really
relatively
low.
low.
An 18. Does a 20 hit you, Gallant?
I'm good. My reaction's gone. Yeah, they both hit.
This is just with advantage, so it does
Oh,
just hit
okay.
you once. Okay. Gallant. As you are constrained by its long and muscular tail, it unhinges its
Oh
maw
no!
and swallows you whole.
Oh no.
You are no longer grappled by its body, but you are immediately blinded and restrained within its digestive system.
Who's the other recipient of the earring?
You are in there. Also,
I
you
think
took
it's-
18 piercing damage.
Probably Ruby, right? Let me check.
It was me in the
It's
last-
Suma. It is Suma. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just hear tons of ew, 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 ew. It's so itchy.
Oh no, another one. I
I'm
just
out of
got someone out of there.
spells.
Okay, so that's another 18 damage to Gallant, and you are now
Okay, 18.
inside of this thing. Okay.
Ooh.
That's Suzanne's turn now. And no, that does not count as being within 5 feet for sneak attack. So Suzanne, I think
Well,
is gonna.
my tentacle's still there though.
Oh, true. It's gonna have to just back the fuck up completely and just take a normal longbow hit. Oh, she doesn't have that much movement. That much movement. Okay.
Would the Behir get a reaction attack Because she was within 10 feet. I don't know his reach, but if within 10 feet, it should.
It's weird to adjudicate reactions when it has legendary actions.
Creatures usually get
Already?
both, but it's up to you.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah! Let's make a bite attack
No,
on
she's also a
Suzanne.
rogue. I don't know if she has disengage
Let's-
as a bonus action, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, she can bonus action disengage. I think since she wasn't gonna use it to hide or anything else, she can definitely do that. And misses anyway.
But it would have been funny.
With a 16, but it would have been funny. It's Tony's turn. Does Tony die for goodsies? Tony super dies. Tony,
Oh.
My God.
you guys turn.
Wait.
Alok, your amulet.
How much? She failed twice already?
She rolled a nat 1.
Oh! That's fucked.
She was in perfect stealth.
Wow.
So, Alok, your amulet kind of reacts to this passing. You know she'll come back, but like it does kind of like light up a little bit as you feel
Do I know?
something
Do I know how this
behind.
happened?
Go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage. You're pretty
Okay.
close, and you have your amulet. On an 18, you feel like a strange light green light, like a wisp of luminescent smoke behind you, and as you turn, you see Tony lifting up and kind of like in ghost form, coming up. Looks at you and she says, "Huh. Wow. It's better than the last time I died." And then kind of dissipates. And as you see, the smoke kind of goes back into the ship. Like, it like, dissipates out, and as
Mhm.
if pulled in by gravity, it's like sucked into the ship for later respawn. That's Tony's turn. Alok, your move.
Alok, jaw dropped.
You just
like,
watched
"What?"
Gallet got fucking ate. He just got chomped.
2 people just died. Alok is thrown off by the Tony thing, not even knowing that she was down.
Yeah, you didn't even know she was there. You just told her to fuck off somewhere.
yeah, it's just like, damn. I think he's a little shooken, or shaken, but also Gallet is gone, so he needs to help that, hopefully. He is going to steady aim. We'll just see. We'll see what steady aim gets me. Okay.
Okay, 22 plus 4. Okay.
Damn.
23 damage.
And I'll do my last thing of the Wills of the Grave, even though it's not doing a lot. Just to get as much as we can in there. Damn. 3
Okay.
more.
3 damage. Excellent. Okay. It is the Behir's turn. Gallant, you are inside the Behir currently. You
Yeah.
are going to take a little bit more damage.
Oh, hype. Love it.
How much HP do you have left
I
right now?
got it. I got, let me see. 40.
40. Okay, there's no way you drop this turn. At the start of the Behir's turn, you take 24 acid damage.
Jesus.
It's also gonna roll d6 back. Okay.
4.
Great. And does have its legendary actions back. Yes, Ryan.
Okay, so I didn't ask because I assumed, but I probably should have asked. My soul trinket thing, would I have been able to take Tony's soul with the soul trinket thing? Would that have worked, one with the boat thing, and do I know how that would interact with the boat thing, if I could?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say specifically yes.
Do I have any idea how that would work with the boat thing? Like, would it be saving her from the loop, or would it be damning
You
her?
get the feeling like she's not gonna respawn until you use the soul trinket and release her from it. But it's not gonna take her
Okay.
out of the limbo of the loop.
Okay, interesting.
But like, you could have like that in a different form. She's just gonna live in kind of her current incarnation, in the trinket, for as long, like in a stasis kind
Is
of.
that fucked up?
I don't know. That's your call. But...
I feel like that's saving her if anything, but only for so long. I'll use my reaction and grab it. Yeah.
Okay. You see Tony from the mist that dissipates out, crystallizes inside a little. It's strange to you, but you see her soul trinket is in the shape of a small apple. An apple with a weird like an apple made out of a green like crystal with like a chip of like an X right in the middle of it, almost like a target. Got it. Okay. Okay. The behavior never actually did anything on this turn. Alok, you didn't hide. Yes?
I did not hide.
Okay, gonna go after Alok then. I feel like I rarely get to do that sometimes. Gonna march on over to you, and is gonna do the same thing to you as it did to Gallet. Going to attempt to constrict you. A nat 1 on the constrict, which is very fortunate, and then is going to bite down. 29. I'm assuming you uncanny dodge that.
Oh, uncanny dodge, yeah. That'll be
Okay.
my actual reaction now. All right.
Got it. Okay. Okay, Gallet, it is your turn. You are blind. There is no light where you are right now. All you know is that everything burns. Everything has a weird kind of weird squelching sound. All the noise and the chaos from outside is kind of dimmed down for you. And you do know that it hurts to be in here and you need to get out. What do you do inside of this thing?
I'm gonna quickly check in with my friend Suma. Hey, Suma!
How are you okay in there? How are you alive?
No, this is painful. Pretty much out of tricks. Do you got anything that would help in this situation? I have one idea I could use, but if it doesn't work out, I'm pretty much dead, I think.
I do have an idea, but it's a bad one, and then I will
We have
use
no good ones.
switch with you. Can I do that? Can I switch with Gallet with
You can absolutely switch with Gallet in the area.
Okay, well, you do have a plan, right?
Tentatively, if I dissolve, please get me out.
Sure, yeah.
Let's hope you have a 4th level spell left.
Okay,
I don't know what
so
to do.
You switch places with Gallet. Nico, Simon, and Ruby turn to see where Suma was. Gallet drops down from like a kind of mid height, covered in goo that sends the like blackens the already dark wood of the Reaper even further, like kind of melting holes through it. You can see like down like Gallet from where you are. You can see down into, I think that would be Ruby's room, or no, actually Alok's room. You can see like a hole into Alok's room from the acid that is still on your clothes and a bit on your hair and your skin. You smell like absolute death. But Suma, you, from the outside, you feel that the misty, the foggy night evening air, nice and fresh and full of excitement, and then immediately you are inside the dankest, most uncomfortable space ever devised, and it feels like the world is on fire. You now are blinded and restrained. Yep. There you go.
Thanks, buddy. I'll buy you a drink later. Thank you. Okay, well, I wasn't lying. I'm pretty much out of everything, so I just run forward. I'm gonna get behind Ruby. Strategy is the better part of valor, they say. And my tentacle will slap it. Hey!
Ooh,
Hey.
okay.
He's a little bit upsetty spaghetti.
Okay, 16 damage.
I guess I have an action still. I just pat Ruby on the back. You got this, right? Yeah. That's my turn.
I feel like I have no idea actually.
Uh,
This is a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Suma? How corporeal is your dragon?
Physical.
physical. Simon is going to try to mount your dragon.
He really does take it right after Suma.
He does
Uh,
learn Suma.
Simon sees
I
you
just
disappear
said,
and then
like,
Gallet come back when he had watched Gallet like get swallowed whole and understands you are now inside of the Behir. He goes, I have to save him! And he's gonna just try to hop on. I don't know if your dragon will let him, if the spell allows that to happen, but he sure as hell is gonna try, and he's gonna hold his action for when he's closer.
It's my
That's
ally, so I see no reason why I would object.
excellent! Okay, Shazimir's turn. Shazimir is going to take his full movement 15 feet up, and then just the longbow. Shaz has got it. As we know, he's an excellent archer, the only ranger on board. 21 is gonna hit. Shaz is out here, doing 11 damage.
Oh,
Shaz is out here.
Shaz.
Okay, he's relevant.
What? I thought Tony
He's
died.
relevant.
Where did this arrow come from?
Yeah. Suma, it is now your turn.
It is. Okay. I assume I can't see anything except the inside of this thing, or can I see out through its mouth?
You can basically just the specific wording of the ability is the creature is blinded by being inside of this thing. There's no light.
You can't even move your eyes past the flesh.
That's so nasty. Okay. Well, I'm restrained, but can I
can
still
still make
attack
attacks.
from inside of it?
Yeah, you just have disadvantage. I don't know what the like if it changes the AC on the inside of something.
I don't think there's rules for that, but if you want,
It doesn't seem like there's rules for that.
you can.
You have a sharp object in their throat. I can't imagine that always being a good idea.
Yeah, but you're also so restrained and like kind of stuck inside of this thing that it's hard to
Yeah.
fully extend. I'm gonna say that if you roll below its AC, I'm gonna give it a lower AC, and if you roll below its AC, you do half damage. If you roll above, you do full damage. So because you're inside this thing, you're gonna do damage no matter what, and has a lower AC than it has its armored outside. So go
So it's
ahead and
still
make
at
your attacks.
disadvantage, or is it rated?
Still at disadvantage, but it will do damage no matter what.
All right. So I'll just start with my sword. So
Ooh,
20
okay.
hit.
It's gonna hit.
For my next trick, I will do a shocking grasp. So with my other hand that's not holding a sword, I'll just sort of push electronic energy into it. And that will probably not hit, I guess.
Hold on. Yes. 13 does not hit.
And then I'll just...
But that does hit. Okay. 14 damage from inside of this thing. It's gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
But does make it. It is a DC 14 con save, so you are not quite yet regurgitated. Okay.
Okey-dokey.
Anything else?
Well, at the end of my turn, my dragon goes.
Yes.
So
Okay,
it's
where
going
is it taking Simon?
soar on Simon. It has 50 feet of movement, so it's gonna get right across from Alok here. And yeah, it's just gonna make its rend attacks.
Okay, hits. Hits. 22 damage. Nice.
And then it shall make a dexterity saving throw against some necrotic
The
breath.
breath weapon, right?
Okay, so it
15.
saves, so it takes a quarter.
Double
of-
halved? Yeah, double halved.
So, like
What do we got?
Wait, is it D6 or is it D8? Okay, it's 2D6. So like 2 points. 1
okay,
point.
Yes. Got it.
Never.
Okay. So, and then Simon's held action goes off. Simon riding on top of this dragon goes, I told you, new season, new me. And he's gonna cast Scorching Ray.
I hope he
Hits.
doesn't get it.
A new
I
what?
hope he doesn't. Please don't get this.
And misses.
It's still fall. The season hasn't changed.
19 damage from Simon. Here has 15 health left. But it has a chance, just like the thing that it resurrected, to stay alive after taking fatal damage. We are going to see on this con save it can. On a 15, it hangs on.
Thank
Is there any
goodness.
chance, like,
Hangs on.
important that? Can I sense it dying from inside?
No.
Body?
What a hard call. How badly do we want Simon to get this kill?
I mean,
His
it's
map,
Simon's
for
anime,
God's
you know.
sake. I know him.
All I
I'm
know
gonna
is
allow
it's
it.
gonna decrease the chance of one of my allies from getting the
I'll
kill.
say. Oh,
What is the portent though?
6.
It's a 6? Okay. You portent the roll. You feel this thing dying and trying to hold on. Portia's portal portent activates, and it dies for good. It slumps to the ground. Everything kind of receding. You feel like the acid kind of deactivating around you. And Suma, you're inside this thing. As it dies for good, you hear a voice. Not bad. You guys are keeping up, I see. Oh well. And you are able to, you can try to hack your way out of the
Myself
inside
out like
this thing.
Hercules coming out of the Hydra.
Yeah, yeah. You cut yourself out, and you see Simon sitting astride this spiritual dragon you conjured with this book in his hand, going, "I got you out. I told you I
If
would."
I was not a married man, I would know what to say.
Okay, we exit combat. We exit combat. The Vahir is defeated.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
I was going to attempt during my turn, go over to the dragon, and then try to thunderstep me and Suma. Wait, that have worked?
You need to be touching Suma.
It's within 5 feet. So unless, like, so say I was, like, touching the Vahir. I'm within 5 feet of Suma.
Must be within 5. The creature must be within 5 feet of you when you cast a spell.
So I would have moved 25 feet to, like, here.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would have touched the Vahir. Unless the skin is 5 feet thick, I would have been 5 feet away from Suma.
That is true.
Wow. That's
The
weird.
only thing is that in the exact phrasing, I'm gonna put this. In the exact phrasing of this effect, it says it has total cover against attacks and other effects outside of the Vahir. So I
Okay.
don't think you would be able to target it with a spell, even though you knew it was there. Just one of those things.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make it.
I'd say 100%. Yeah, it wouldn't. That makes sense.
Yeah. If, for example, there was like, you guys specifically said, "Oh, I want to cut like its stomach open and like an opening," and you could like see Suma inside there or be able to grab Suma's hand, then I would say yes. But like when it's still, yeah. But that's a fucking baller idea, and I honestly would have been really tempted to make it work anyway. Okay. You guys come away from that. None the worse for the wear, minus Tony. But she'll be fine. She's a trinket now. How do you guys? So after you guys clean everything up, you make sure everyone's okay. You see Shaz is kind of like brushing himself off, like, is this kind of thing happen all the time here, or is that like a normal? Is this normal? This happens here?
I mean, that was pretty light. You know, could have gone worse.
That was not the worst of what has happened on this ship?
No. I mean, we fared fairly well. Hey, is Lily still alive?
Oh, you see Lily go... Hello? Yes, I'm alright. That was a very well-timed healing word from you, first mate. I'm okay. You see, she says a little bit woozy, but, is everyone else alright? I noticed there's some weird, like, acid holes in the top of the ship, on the deck. Where did the acid come from?
Who knows?
And you guys see Dell come up from downstairs, and she's like, "Is everybody good? I heard a really loud thud. Everyone's okay?"
As good as we
Not
could.
us, actually.
Captain, you look like shit.
Just like a
You
piece of
almost
acid
used
still
it.
dripping off and burning the deck.
Actively.
I have no idea what you mean.
But it looks like nobody got hurt too badly, so that's good. Question, who's the weird gnome? Because in my personal ledger of things I'm able to tolerate, one annoying gnome is enough, and two of them is a bit pushing it.
Alright, think about what you want to call him.
That would be Dumas. He is the sole survivor of that. I'll point over towards the wreckage.
Yeah, I see. Okay, well, he's been going on non-stop about the ship. I don't know, I guess he recognizes it, or he knows stuff about it? I don't know. Just thought you might want to know. He's like full fangirling.
Interesting that he knows about it.
It's a
But
famous
yeah, I
ship.
mean, we haven't really gotten a moment to chat since I brought him back, but he has a lot of interesting things to say, so we should probably collect him and head to the war room once we're all cleaned up.
Okay, sounds great. And you guys go, and I think this now would be a good time to like maybe take our mid-session break. That sound good? A little bit post-combat, fully out of initiative order. We'll take a little bit of a break. As I move you guys. Oh geez, that here. Ah. Okay. BRB, and remember, don't turn your cameras off because it messes up the format of the thing on Twitch.
Yeah. I mean, during the break, I have a separate thing, so that's fine. But
So
during the break, it's fine.
I'll just practice. I'll practice using.
By the way, your mom's still on the ship, which is funny.
Is she?
Yeah, she's here.
She's not like really on the ship.
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay,
Titus
yeah.
isn't here either, but they're both here.
Yeah, it's crazy that they still came. Good friends.
It'd be funny. Oh, and Titus is still alive. He's haunting the ship.
Well, I feel like that's a little contradictory, but yeah.
Is it?
Well, he can't be alive and haunting the ship.
Okay, well, he's still around.
Oh, he could turn into a ghost with a spell. You
Oh, it just goes back and forth. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you could do it if you really put your mind to it.
Actually, at level 14, I think it's 14. The subclass gets something like that. It's like literally called Ghost Walk or something.
Okay, so you could just ghost people out.
I'll check.
Alright, I'll be right back.
You know what? While we have the time to talk, what the fuck are we gonna do about Madeline? Like, she's obviously back, right? Like, it's a problem.
That was Madeline?
Right? Or no?
I thought
Yeah.
it was Yeska.
Had to be. No, it was totally Madeline.
Well, because
Because he threw the sword in the sea. Remember?
Exactly, and that's why it affected this creature made it necrotic. So, like,
Also, I don't think Yeska is like necrotic necessarily. She's just an asshole.
yeah. So it's something like Xandus necrotic power from, you know, the sword. So, like, was Madeline attached to the sword, like her soul or something? Maybe Xandus brought her back again? I don't know.
I mean, Xandus is the guy of the dead. If she dies, she just goes back to him, from what I understand.
Probably. Yeah.
So,
Then
so
how
what?
could she even be defeated then? Like, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. We just have to
we
talk
can
to
figure it
her.
out. Oh.
We have to talk to her, figure out her backstory,
Well, I think we have an idea.
and then have her join the crew.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
how
I
we.
think
That's how we
yeah.
defeat that encounter.
Yeah. Well, you know, we can't beat everything to a pulp as our only, like,
That's true.
solution.
Well, to be fair, she
Sometimes
was
we
the one
just have
beating us
to-
to a pulp, but yeah.
Sometimes we just have to invite, you know, an extremely dangerous individual.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Mhm.
What are we talking about? Inviting Portia?
Our good friend to the ship.
No!
Well, we don't, you know, it could work out. We don't know.
We're talking about Aramis?
Oh, God, no. I'd rather the ship sink than invite
Okay.
him.
I thought you meant.
The crew and the ship died.
Well, I think he's a
first.
package deal with Madeline. That's the problem. So like, yeah, we can't beat every problem to a pulp.
Ah, we
So
can
maybe we
try.
invite Aramis.
We'll keep doing it till I feel better about Aramis.
Right.
I'd
okay.
rather invite Madeline than Aramis.
Yeah.
I think Madeline, we can change her. We can fix
You
her.
guys are
We-
insane.
Yeah, we can fix it.
Aramis is a douchebag, but it's because he just cares about himself. Madeline's just straight up chaotic evil. She just wants the world to burn. That is worse.
Probably had a rough upbringing, okay?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Aramis
we
might have too.
haven't seen her sad, like, song backstory with her on the swing set all alone. We haven't seen that.
Nobody to push her.
Same
her
thing with
little-
Same thing with Aramis.
But
He
Aramis
actually-
is just like, you know what? I'm tired of living. I want to die. I can't fix that. I'll try to
We
kill him.
could. We can give him a life worth living on the ship as our crew, part of our crew. Yup.
No, that's not a life worth living.
You got a little more confidence, Captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what we do. Like, when we had Madeline's sword, should we put it in the bag of holding? Do you think that would have been the better solution than just sending it in the ocean?
I don't know. I mean, like, if it's in the bag of holding, someone has to pick it up later.
I just want to say, Calypso is...
Everything
Yeah,
in our bag
the
of
problem.
holding. will
Calypso's
turn
not
people.
that bad of an option.
No, Calypso is the person who teleported the sword into the middle of the ocean.
Well, yeah, but I don't
She
think
could have put it somewhere
Calypso-
safe. She just put it in the middle of the ocean.
Nah, I think she had a... See, this is an ulterior plan here. Calypso is
Maybe.
one of those mastermind types.
Well,
She's
she's
like,
turning...
if I can't have the ocean, no one can. It's gonna wipe it out.
She's turning the sea creatures into Xandus creatures, so that was a genius move by her.
Yeah, you know what?
And also
Maybe
allowing
that's
Madeline to get the
smartest.
sword back, potentially.
But, I mean, like, you know, she can't be that... She can't be, like, the smartest, maybe?
I mean, she has her own
I-
pocket dimension. She could just be like, oh, sword.
I don't know what she got. I know she's supposed to have temples. Speaking
Yeah.
of, I gotta check in the water to see which direction the nearest temple would be in.
Wait, what? Are you going to one of her temples?
Well, we might as well give it a look-see.
Wait, is
If it's
Gallet
nearby.
cool with Calypso now? Like,
It's more of like I made the decision to stay with her even though it's
Okay.
a toxic relationship. And you know,
true.
it might not be I can fix her, but I could give her more power and make her like me more.
Okay, I see. So you've
So that's
accepted it.
something.
less resistance now. Like,
Yeah, it's I chose the path now. It's not
Okay.
chosen for me. It's just it's a big change.
it's funny. It's actually kind of the same thing with A-Lock, but
Yes. By the way, what's up with that soul?
that's part of the subclass.
Did you tell us that you have Tony?
I don't think anyone else knows she died.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
the thing.
true.
I haven't been told anything, so
Oh, that's
while
a
I
good
do
point.
love Tony, and I'd be like, weird, Tony's
Well,
not here.
well.
Even if Tony died, I would think, well, it's okay if Tony died. She'll come right back.
I mean, Archer's B, right? So she's just somewhere in there. Well, if she really is the new Shaz, then you guys won't even notice that she died. So it's fine.
actually, it's
Brutal.
actually weird enough. I put way more thought into her than Shaz as soon as
Oh yeah,
she showed
same,
up.
same, 100%.
I was
Why is
I was
that?
like way behind it. Like, I'm gonna help Shaz. He's gonna be on a team.
Well-
I'm gonna make sure he gets out of this. And then Tony shows up and like, well, maybe Tony.
I saw Tony. I was like, oh my god, the first Archer. I can train her or something. The only
Yeah,
other
you guys
Archer on the
really-
ship.
You really got attached to Tony very quickly.
Yeah.
Tony's great.
Well, there
I
is-
am baffled by that. I don't really understand it, but I encourage it. I'm here for it. Tony's great. Okay, so you guys all kind of clean yourselves up after the fight and gather in the war room with Dumas. Anybody else you want in here, by the way, other than you four?
Well,
Uh,
because I have a question for him that is adjacent.
Who?
Simon.
Simon.
Should we also have Simon be like the bookkeeper? Like when we're
Yeah,
talking,
yeah,
he's
no,
like
he's,
writing it down
uh,
like it's a
Yeah,
court.
he's taking notes. He's taking notes. 100%.
He's like writing down exactly what we're saying, keeping scripts or whatever. it's called.
Yeah, okay, so this is the crew you have in here. Simon, I think for posterity, Simon has to be like kind of in the back or something, like just sitting on that thing. Dumas is the far end of this table, and you guys are kind of just like looking at him. He looks at you guys and he goes, I had no idea. I mean, you had kind of mentioned that the ship was called the Reaper before, but I kind of thought like maybe you were like using like a figure of speech. I didn't think it would be the actual Reaper. How did you get your hands on this ship?
Won it at an auction.
Given to us for free.
Because the last thing I heard, it was helmed by a Captain Aramis. Is that's no longer the case anymore?
Nah, he abandoned ship a long time ago.
Yeah, you see his like goggles are fully on his face. He's kind of like bug-eyed in the goggles, like they're like kind of magnifying him as he's like kind of glancing around the room. He goes, "It's really like a remarkable work of craftsmanship. I don't know if you knew this, but it's actually one of the 6 legendary pirate ships that were first made all the way back then."
I pull Suma to the side. I'm like, Suma, you gotta stop bringing people back here. I'm sorry.
Listen, I know I didn't need a second gnome, but
You see
this one-
Simon? Simon is taking notes with like extreme prejudice. He's in the back like,
Oh wow, a
Rolling
smart
his eyes.
gnome. Real original.
yeah,
To
like.
Ruby, as an aside, I'm just like, he name dropped Yeska. What can I do?
Yeah. What kind of questions do you have for this kid?
I want to know the purpose of the project of the Ancients technology. Like, what was that whole thing about?
I'm going to be very honest with you. Mine was not the only project that was kind of greenlit in that direction. It's been pretty much kind of low-key, an open secret in the past couple years that the easiest way to get funding for your thesis and to get accepted and kind of rise in the academic environment of Ravenhall. And you see Simon coughs whenever he says Ravenhall, like, Simon just kind of like
Drama.
talking shit in the background. And he goes, it's basically to center your research around the ancients. There are the folks over at Ravenhall are explicitly funding any sort of arcane research into that kind of knowledge. And this has been a pretty recent change too.
You mentioned your patron, Yeska.
Yes.
I assume she is in charge of a lot of those projects and funding.
Oh yeah, she's really had quite a kind of hand. Has really helped boost up our understanding of that. It's truly remarkable. She herself has done a lot of the dirty work in perusing, ancient ruins and whatnot to pull technology out from those places, and those places are really dangerous. Although sometimes she has mercenaries do it for her.
Is there ways currently where you can contact her if you had any questions or needed anything?
No, she contacts me. Yeah, I mean, she has her, office in Ravenhall Academy. She is, after all, on the board of directors. So, she has an office there, and I will kind of leave my little queries there, and sometimes she'll leave instructions for me there. But that's pretty much it. She said a good job to me once. She was behind the door. I couldn't see her, but I knocked and I said that, the latest specification for the Mark 73.4 dual axle coupling for the engine was completed, and she said, very specifically, "Good job. Please never talk to me again. I will communicate with you when you are ready to be communicated with." So that was,
Right.
the best night of my life.
Oh, okay, good. That's a great way to look at it. Do you,
What is the thing that you had on your ship? It was an engine of some sort. What did it enable you to do?
One of those in the modern day. I mean, you could feasibly mass enchant an entire ship with the fly spell, but nothing with this amount of fidelity and speed. I did hear some rumors about somebody working on a wind-based airship over in Gallon, but obviously, like, having a crew full of wind cloaks is not something that everybody can have, but being able to mass produce to an extent an arcane engine would allow for that. And, well, we haven't really cracked the air part of the airship yet, but it is a ship that goes very fast. And that was always the first kind of a struggle with it, is just getting the engine to work at all.
It sounds like it does work, though, or it did before.
It made a trip that should have taken several days for a couple hours.
Do you think it could still be salvaged?
Well, possibly. We would need to get a lot of the old parts from my workshop to repair it. It did sustain quite a bit of damage, but I mean, that might take a while, and I don't even know. We might not be able to start it back up again.
I don't know. You seem like a smart guy. Maybe we can get you some help. Give you some funds. Maybe. I'm actually interested to see where this goes. Dumas, do you think the Reaper could use an engine like this? Just a legendary ship with that legendary engine you made?
Well, okay, when you put it that way, that does sound pretty spectacular. Pretty scientifically stupendous. Okay, but there's the one problem. You go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
All right, yeah.
As you see doubt begins to creep into his mind, on a 30, on a 30, Dumas goes, "Well, you certainly stirred up my passions. The only problem is that the only person who could start the ship is kind of very intimately associated with my former thesis professor, or advisor, I mean."
And who would that be?
Well, no one really knows her name, but Okay, here's the thing with ancient technology. Ancient magic is very temperamental, and it's almost impossible to uh, activate or make use of without a person holding kind of the blood that it was meant to be used by. It was difficult enough just to allow us to control the thing, but the thing that really makes it run, the thing that makes it kind of come alive, is activation by somebody with relatively pure blood, which sounds super awful, but you know, I didn't really think that anybody like that was still alive, but there's this girl, she lives in kind of in a cottage on the grounds in Ravenhall, and she put a hand on that thing and it purred right to life. Never thought anything like it.
All right. Well, I mean,
And
all
all of us have tried and nothing, not even a little bit of light.
that doesn't mean we can't look into it, that possibility more. It just means that we're just gonna have to ask her very kindly to get a little bit more blood. That's not an issue, Dumas. That we can hash those terms out. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
What did this girl look like?
What does she look like? Well, you know, she's with an elf. Kind of not like your typical elf. Kind of very pretty, very beautiful shade of skin. Kind of this nice.
Are you okay, Suma? That sounded rude. Like
I think Suma, you
Are
just
you
like
okay?
black out.
In the earring galley, you just hear like this white noise, like vacuum sort of sound, like trying desperately not to have a single thought.
As he essentially just rattles off a perfect description of Sui.
Oh.
Like leaning back and like my arms are crossed. I'm not even looking. I can't.
Well.
Why do you ask?
Whew.
No reason. Just like,
Hmm.
I always like to know
When was
people
the
look like. Very
When was the
nosy.
last time you saw her?
Like yesterday.
Oh. That's.
Yesterday?
Yeah, well, she's kind of a private person and never leaves the cottage, but I had an order from Yeska to have her come out, so on a very rare, I guess, field trip for her, she was able to walk down to the docks with us, start up the engine, and then head right back home.
Wow, that's something worth investigating for sure.
You guys are acting kind of weird. What is something happening? It
This is-
feels like there's an elephant in the room.
Well, we're just really tired after the fight. You know, acid on me. Some other people got hit by
Hmm.
things.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay,
it's.
that's great.
It looks like your ship's a bit bad off. Can
Yeah.
Do you think we can just like get the engine and put it on the ship?
Get the engine and put it on this ship. Theoretically, that's possible. I mean, that would take a couple days of work.
Oh. That would suck. If you had like someone that was proficient in your area of expertise, like, you know, good with mechanical stuff, would that hasten it a bit?
Well, sure. I mean, also it depends on what you're asking. If you're asking me to attempt to install it on the Reaper.
No, just put it on the ship.
Oh, just to be transported.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that could. I mean, probably the better part of tonight and maybe a couple hours tomorrow too. Then it could
Okay.
definitely be doable. But I mean, folks would have to work through the night for it,
We got a
or
night
just
shift.
get up really early.
Nah, we got a night shift. That's fine.
Okay, and you're gonna
Right.
need some strong hands.
Oh, everyone on this ship is as strong as they come.
Like-
We won't have to worry.
You know, like
Yeah.
this is definitely something that might check to see how strong you are.
Oh yeah.
A strength check, if you will.
Everyone's like sweating,
Don't
looking
worry.
around at each other nervously.
Simon is shitting himself.
We can persevere. That doesn't seem like the worst.
We have strong people. It might not be us, but we. It's surely someone on
It's
this
not anybody in this room, but
Hey, Ruby's here.
Ruby is strong. Dell is strong.
Yeah,
Cannoneers
What?
B is really strong.
Oh yeah, you know, they have to pick up the ball.
All together.
B for buff.
When they're all
Do-
doing it together. yeah.
Dumas, do you think like, just asking, if a giant ape happened to pick it up, is there a chance of it breaking?
Oh, well, okay, on the off chance that there's a giant ape, you'd have to be pretty darn careful.
No. Okay. Just wondering. We can still do that. Yeah, we'll be able to handle that. Pretty
Okay,
sure.
okay. Well, again, I will have to be on board for that kind of thing to be happening because
Oh, yeah.
obviously to uninstall it from the other ship, which is called the Prima, by the way. Nobody asked, but that's what it's called. I'd have to be there to make sure it's uninstalled in a way, like kind of, you know how like when you pull out your USB without detaching it from your computer, it's like, hey, you didn't eject that USB. That could be problematic. It's kind of like
Yeah,
that.
all the time.
Like everyone
Same.
just ignores it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? What happened to your lisp? And what are you talking about? USB?
he fucking had to zone the fuck out when he said that. Yeah. So you guys wanna commit, like stay here, so you can like camp out here amongst the rocks. Maybe like tie your ship, like lasso like ropes around the rocks to hold you guys in place. And you guys can salvage the engine as much as you can from the Prima. You also have time to look around the ship proper if there's anything else you want on there.
I might want to take some things from that ship, like maybe not tell Dumas about it, but like, you know, I
Right.
might have stuff.
Okay. Excellent.
Well, but I do want to check in if Suma, you good? Are you okay with staying here for a night?
Yeah. We should get the engine.
Okay. And try to steal any secrets they happen to have on the thing. I'm gonna send you and Tinkerton to try to get something from that because it's weird, and I'm not gonna figure any of that out. Oh, do you think it's already used the blood? Do you think you can track down Suli easier with blood?
Honestly, I don't think there will be any actual blood left. And even if there was, there's nothing I can really. Well, there might be one thing I could try. But I doubt there would be any left. I'm sure that it got used to make it go in the first place.
Okay, that makes sense. Also, what's up with that? Suli having the blood of ancients? Is that something we
We learned about that.
I feel like I forgot then.
Yeah.
Suli has the blood of ancients?
Yes.
What exactly does
Yeska
that
did-
mean?
Yeska, I say that when Dumas is not in the room. I'm like, here, you go with Simon to go start the preparations.
He doesn't seem to like me very much, but we'll figure it out. We're both gnomes.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. And on the way out, I just whispered to Simon, be nice.
Simon has a fully sharpened shank. Just.
Oh my god. Yeah, Yeska did what I can only describe as a terrible, like, eugenics program to create an individual that had, like, the purest blood of the ancients. And it made Suli
Right.
eventually.
Okay.
And does that mean you could?
No, it was a ritual, right?
I
Oh, it's a
could
ritual. Okay.
try,
Oh.
but
Oh, I see. Do the ritual on
She-
yourself.
I think for some reason I don't know why. I don't know what her whole plan was, but I think I'm no different than any other elf, and she's special somehow. That was the
Okay.
whole point.
All right, I totally forgot that part. I guess. I know
Not
that
to, not
she
to
was
say I
stolen
can't put
for
my,
a
I can
reason.
slap my blood on it and see what happens,
See,
but
just like see if you can like finagle something. I mean, like you're the father. You should have a little bit of something, maybe. Oh, let's just rob from the. Wait, let's rob them. Anyone have anything else?
Oh, I do have something. Yeah, I was just waiting for you guys to hear that. So, by the way, when we were in that fight, Tony went off to hide, and
Yeah.
I had no idea where she'd gone. But then suddenly I saw her ghost. So I guess she died, likely to the first initial wave of necrotic energy.
That sucks.
So a little weird thing, and I'll pull out like the crystal apple. And I'll say this is a soul trinket. It's like when she died and I saw her ghost, I was able to kind of grab it, and materialize it. It's
Why?
and there's
Why
thing
did
with the
you do
amulet.
that?
It was the thing with the amulet. Well, I was hoping I would be able to save her from the loop of the boat thing, right? And also we can talk to the soul before I put it back in the
You in
loop.
there?
Well, so I would have to use it. Unless I do, she'll go back into the loop and I'll lose the trinket. But I'm willing to do that. So I was just wondering if there's anything you guys want to do with it. Whether we test it to see if we can let her go from the loop. We can ask her a question before she revives. A lot of stuff we
I
can
mean,
do.
yeah, she should have her say on if she's back in the loop, I guess.
Well, okay, so the thing with that too would be we'd have to put her back into the loop after, because asking the question would put her into the loop. So if she said no, then she would just go into it anyways. But then maybe next time she dies.
Can I hold the apple of soul? I just want to hold it.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
You
Perception
hold
check.
the apple.
It's weird.
Yeah, you hold the apple in your hand.
What does it taste like?
It's cool and smooth to the touch. You feel the facets of it kind of like very smooth against your hand. And you definitely see inside the little X that's like upon the face of the apple, the little bits like flares of like red light kind of like crisscross through it. The whole thing emanates a very cool green glow except this X, and you're not quite sure what that symbol is. The apple feels very cool.
That good or bad? What's an X stand for? Ruby, do you know? You know religion,
Well,
right?
I have an idea though. Before she went off to hide, she did just randomly in the middle of combat say that she used to be in a circus. So I'm guessing that the trinkets. This is the first one I've ever had. I'm guessing it's like special to the person that it represents. So maybe, and she uses a bow, so maybe she like used to shoot apples off people's heads or something. And maybe when she died, someone was shooting an apple in her head. Maybe that's how she died.
No.
Oh my god.
It's possible that's why it has
No.
the trinket, actually.
Oh,
That's the backstory.
Okay.
Oh no.
And Aramis was just in the crowd watching because he was like there at the circus that day.
That is exactly what That's exactly what I have in my notes.
Well, that's unfortunate if that's what happened, but
Oh
regardless,
my
I
God.
think that's probably what it is.
Tony, you're the best.
So
Oh,
I
God.
can talk to her and ask her. Well, so we can ask her. I think I can only ask one question. Actually, hold on, let me check. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a straight up discussion or if it's like one question.
What would we ask her?
Oh my god.
One question. Okay. Okay. So I could ask her if she wants to just go back in the loop. I can ask her if she does come back and she doesn't have her memories again like Shaz, what job she would want to do. So a couple things like that. So
God, that's a rough way to go.
Or
I
we can,
want
I
her
can
back
just
in the
expend the
loop.
soul. I can just put her back in the loop. We don't even have to ask the question if we feel like that's unnecessary or weird.
Maybe it might be nice for her to, if she has any wishes for her next life,
Mhm.
to, you know.
Yeah. Does she want to like move to another, like to the skirmishers or something?
Yeah, and we
Maybe we can bump her up
ask
to
everyone what
Archer's
their
A.
sort of, you know, like wishes are if this happens.
Yeah, and that's something I can try. So, because she might say she wants to be Archer's A, which, you know, I feel like that's fair at this point. She did die. Should we do this then? Just ask her what job or any wishes she would have for her next life?
Yeah. Let's just ask her that.
Okay. I will do so. I will expend the soul trinket, and I will just say, "Hey Tony." No, sorry. Hey
Tony!
Hey Tony! How you doing?
You shatter the apple, like you just throw it on the ground, or like you break it with your hand, or
I don't know how it would work. I imagine it would just be like in his hand, and he would just, I don't know, it would just like turn it the green mist or whatever, and just turn into her form or something.
yeah, the mist releases, and then Tony's spirit kind of coalesces a little bit outside of you, and she floats up. She says, "You may ask me one question."
Why are you talking like that? None of the other ghosts have talked like
I don't
that.
know.
No,
I don't know.
no,
I thought it'd be funny.
That's
I
fair.
thought it'd be funny.
You can
That
keep
was
doing it
the
if you want. It's kind of.
Wait,
There
that's
is
the question.
the one
That was
question.
the one question.
No!
Yes!
God.
That's the way it works.
No!
Alok, you
Fuck.
just got goofed on.
It's okay. Next time she dies, we can ask her the wish. Oh man. Fuck.
That was it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Tony's definitely on the team.
yeah.
well, she's back in the
Tony saw her chance,
Oh
and she
my
took
god.
it. She saw an opportunity to fucking meme on Alok.
Wow.
And she took it, you know?
Oh
Well,
my
Um,
god.
You know what? You gotta respect the balls and the play of the person holding your soul to go for a joke.
Ah,
I'm so
Yes.
dumb.
the classic D&D blunder.
It's dumb because I saw the clip for the movie. Like this should have been at the front of my mind, but I totally forgot about it.
Um,
Oh, fuck. Next time I'll
So-
remember.
next time,
Yeah,
this
sure,
surely
good.
this will happen again at some point.
Let's just start collecting more and more souls.
You know, Shaz is good for it. Shaz will die at some point, and you'll get the chance.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Was she actually like
Um,
just fucking around with the voice, or did she just improvise?
She was
when I asked?
100% fucking around with
Fuck.
the voice. Like,
It
that's
felt
kinda-
like it. That's why I just impulsively asked.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. You know, it's in character. Alok. Probably do that
It's-
shit.
it's-
But Jack, that's not a rare soul, though. I feel like he's, you know.
What do you mean over? They
Gonna
don't
die
have a
forever.
rarity. Do you think like
Yes,
they
they
changed?
do.
No,
So
I
it would
gotta
have been like a
give
green crystal if it was like rare, and then purple if it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, a golden crystal. Those are
Very
the. What's the S tier souls?
Oh.
Yeah, if Suma ever dies, dude, that's a gold. That's an SR rarity from the gotcha machine.
Oh god.
Okay, so you guys, I think so. Gallet, you said you, Suma, and you want Tink over there, right?
Yeah,
Exploring the
yeah.
other ship. Is anybody else coming just for funsies?
I mean,
Oh,
I know
wait,
they'll
oh,
need
wait.
strength.
Ruby, can you also ask Suzanne to come over? Because I don't know what to steal, and I feel like she'd know.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, you can also ask her.
Well, yeah, but like, maybe you want to have like a talk with her. I don't know what's going on with you two, really. I haven't checked it. That feels like your business. Just wanted to give you an
I mean,
opportunity.
nothing's going on. We're good. We're good.
Okay. I'll ask.
Same with you.
I was trying to be a wingman.
Okay. Suzanne, you go ask Suzanne.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she just goes, hey Captain, how's it going?
Hey, Suzanne. We're
What's up?
gonna be somewhere on the down low. We're going over the ship to take the engine. That's the other person knows about that. I don't know what to steal, and I need to be a little bit quiet because we want that guy on our side.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, like Simon 2.0. Yeah, he's a little bit creepy.
Honestly, I sort of like him.
Really?
But I think it's a very large part of it is because he gets on Simon's nerves.
You know what? That is a good redeeming quality to have. Simon
Yeah.
has been getting a little bit too big on his.
He's
for
getting
his
big in
britches.
his breeches.
He really is. I mean, I do respect it. Like he's grown as.
Oh
an
yeah,
individual.
yeah, you have to. But like also, come on, with all the anime.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
He needs to get punched in the face when he's when he's monologuing. That's all I'll say. At least
It's
once.
weird. Yeah, he's watching some strange, lucky animations, and it's weird. It's super strange. Okay, yeah, yeah,
What's
I'll go
wrong?
help you steal some stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, sick.
Okay, so, Ruby, are you also there? You also gonna be there, or no?
I mean, sure, yeah. I'll be like, I'm going to.
Okay, Alok,
Where are we going? Oh,
are
the
you
ship?
on the ship?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be stealing stuff from the ship?
Well, okay, hold on. It's not stealing. They're dead.
Are you gonna
Hey.
be yoinking stuff from the ship as well. Okay, great. Dumas is there. And we have. Where's my tank? Oh, here. Here they are. Okay. You guys are all aboard
Hey, what's poppin', things?
the Prima now. Go ahead and first things first. Let's have whoever would like to make a perception check for things to steal
Oh.
or investigation, I guess.
Nope, steal.
To yoink. Okay.
To yoink. Pilfer.
Oh, wait, you said investigation?
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Or perception, it's fine. No, it's all good.
Oh.
Yeah. You will note that, those crossbows are mounted to the ship, but definitely with Tinkerturn working some of their magic, would be able to like loosen those and be able to fit that onto your ship, like on the bow. Sorry, not on the bow. On the deck and stuff. You find like days worth. So the journey they were supposed to be taking was supposed to be days long. So there is a bunch of rations there for you guys to steal. Sorry, not steal. Yoink. And you also find they had been outfitted with 500 gold, presumably to buy rations again at their end port to be able to sail back. So the ship as a whole gains 500 gold that you find in a little small treasure coffer in the captain's quarters. So as for like high profile things to steal, that's about it. This isn't like a cargo ship or specifically like a pirate ship. There's not a lot of like treasure on it, but rations and gold for supplies are yours to have, unless just people are looking for something specific. There's definitely like books around, like details about the project that is being conducted here, like notes on the Arcane engine. But Dumas is gonna snag those up anyway, unless there's something you guys are like specifically want to see if there is.
Is there anything interesting, like a plaque that says like the name of the ship or something, like something fancy that they had?
Yeah, you see there is a small, like, on a little table, there's like, those like painstakingly accurate ship recreations that people kind of like hand carve and they're really intricate.
Okay. Yeah.
There is one of those of the Prima with like a little emblazoned in gold on it, with even like a fake, like there's like a prestidigitation spell in a little thing that makes it so that it's always puffing out like blue flame and smoke at the very end. So you do have that. You're able to snag that. It's functionally useless, but looks neat.
Yeah,
And
you
before
can
you
add this
ask-
to your collection.
There is a painting.
Oh, well, there you go. Then, Gal, you have your painting.
I do, but also I was looking for some. I'll take the painting. Don't get me wrong. But I was looking for Ravenhall uniforms or any verification that you are from Ravenhall.
first of all, on a 5, you don't see much.
Yeah,
but also, I think after everybody else has kind of combed the area, you get the sense that it's not like you get like a college ID card and that lets you in. You figure at a magical university, there's probably some more profound magical way that they use to identify their students.
That's fair. Was worth a look.
But you do have a student right in front of you, Dimas, to ask.
Hey, Dumas, is there like, how do you tell if someone's from Ravenhall? Do you have like a little card? Do you have like, you know?
Oh no, we just scan our ID tattoos.
Oh. Can you show me yours?
Yeah, for sure. You see he pulls up his sleeve, and on like the underside of his forearm, there's like a little QR code, in like arcane glyphs, on it. And he goes, it's put on you when you enter the academy, and it fades away after graduation.
Ah. So much is. Do you understand anything to do with tattoo glyphs? Like, could you look at that?
I know a bit, yeah. I mean, Sisha has some, so I've definitely heard of them, but I've never made one. I'd
Oh,
love to try, though.
I think you just need to scan it with your phone, right? The camera?
Yeah.
With
My
your tablet.
device.
Yeah.
Yeah, with your tablet.
Yeah, I mean, with a little bit of time, we might be able to recreate something like that.
Yeah, go ahead, Suma. Give me just an Arcana check to see how much you can understand on in your first kind of like appraisal of this thing, how complex it is. Okay. On a 16, you get the sense that this thing is extremely unique in that the glyph does not itself do much. Its only purpose really is to be read by something, and for that something to go, oh, that's this person. So it's only an identifier. So there's no higher magical power other than a very like a way of encoding a very complicated amount of information into a tattoo. You figure the real struggle would not be in being able to make a tattoo. It would be to recreate the exact format and all like the encryption algorithms, basically, that go into making it. Doable, but you figure it would be easier if you could copy somebody else's. If that makes sense.
I wonder, Dumas, if while we're traveling, I might copy yours down and study it a little bit.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Just, I love number puzzles.
Oh,
I've
well,
run
you
out of
see-
Sudokus in my book that I have.
that I also really love Sudokus. That's
Oh,
such a
okay.
coincidence. I really think you and I are gonna get along.
Mhm.
And you feel like a sense of dread.
What's this necrotic energy that I feel?
Simon's BBEG arc starting.
We just look over at our bow and we just see a little figure off in the distance. Staring.
Yeah. Somebody sitting on a
well,
barrel.
Not Simon. What is your name? Dumas. I have one more question.
Oh, you can call me that if you like.
No. Good to call people by their proper names. I wonder if you have some magical stuff aboard. Do you happen to have any arcane focuses on the ship, perhaps worth 1,000 GP?
Worth
For
1,000 gold
I could-
pieces?
Listen, I've been trying a shot in the dark here. I don't know.
Well, definitely not aboard the ship. But certainly, I think there are some arcane focuses of that caliber over at Ravenhall. Definitely not at that other shittier Worth university, of which the name I'm not even going to say. But definitely at Ravenhall
Inkwell
would have some. Oh,
University.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
I've heard great things. In fact, have you ever heard of there? We had a friend. We had a friend who went to Inkwell, and he was very well educated. His name was Andros. Do you know him by any chance?
Andra.
He
He may
was.
have
He
been in the
worked at Jessica as
newspapers.
well.
Last name?
So I wondered if you might know him.
Oh, the newspaper. Can you describe him for me?
I describe him.
Yeah, and you see, fuck. Yeah, and you see, he says, oh yeah, that was the Minotaur fellow. You know, he had some really fascinating ideas about, the gaps between the realms and stuff like that. I always thought that his ideas merited a little bit more, understanding and scrutiny. But a colleague of mine was a bit displeased, with his takes. You know how it is.
Was that who was displeased with him?
Well, they are actually a professor now, although they were still, at that time, I mean, this was ages ago, obviously, but they are a professor now, but it's strange because pretty much after he discredited Andros's ideas, he submitted a thesis, whose ideas were honestly not that far removed from the ones he critiqued. Obviously, he had the funding to take it a little bit further, after, discrediting Andros, and then he died and everything like so he couldn't really continue his research. But certainly, the ideas had merit.
What's the guy's name?
His name was Archibald.
Archibald? Alright, just gonna type that down.
Yeah. Ironically, full head of hair.
You know, even without the bald part of that name, Archibald does seem like a name that someone would have no hair with. Like
True.
Old would have that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cannot
yeah.
explain it.
The full name, Archibald Danforth. Really, really long name. Very, very official.
Interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
How we get this engine off the ship?
Yes, let's do it. And Suma, as you approach the Arcane engine, you are aware that just the day prior, Suli was aboard the ship and interacted with this thing. Kind of what's going through Suma's mind as he approaches it?
Just like I think, he is trying to stop himself from thinking about it because there's nothing he can do about it right now, and that knowledge is like I must compartmentalize the hell out of what is happening right now.
Got it. As you approach the Arcane engine, you see that Dumas is kind of hard at work telling kind of Tink, and you definitely brought a bunch of your stronger crewmates aboard, to lift. It's like a very heavy, large thing, and taking it apart piece by piece. And you see Suma as you approach it. Upon your approach, once you get near it, this ring of glyphs that run around. So you see how this is this circular thing. There's this gold piece that is kind of holding this crystal. It's like kind of storing it. A portion of the glyphs light up at your approach, but not much.
Out of curiosity, I do look to see if there is still blood on it because I am morbid.
You look,
and you see that you figure upon looking that blood is more of a figurative term, like yeah, it's not literal. The ancients did not like cut their hands to make everything work.
You
It
never
was more like it
know.
reacted to their presence, kind of a thing.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it seems like my own blood doesn't take it all away.
But it does take it part way, which is interesting. And you see, as that happens, Dumas looks up. He goes, "Huh? You just walked near it and it lit up a little bit.
Mhm.
Can you reach out your hand and kind of like focus your energy and try to connect with it, try to pair with it?"
Sure. Yeah.
Give me another Arcana check.
And as I do, I will also, because I always have my shard with me of Suli's memories. I just like one hand is sort of resting on that while I reach the other one out to the thing.
You see, actually, yeah, first the Arcana check. I do want to see how well you can compose yourself. On a 21, you reach out towards this thing, and as you focus your energy on it, you feel something in your veins themselves kind of like pulse and constrict slightly, and you can see blue light outlining bits and pieces of your your circulatory system, and like your blood vessels kind of like light up very faintly, and the glyphs on the ring progress maybe like a quarter way around the ring, but then you aren't able to like fully hold on to whatever this is, and it dwindles back down to kind of the base resonance you have with it. What you kind of feel is that the ancients made a technology in such a way that it resonated with the people, and that you were able to instinctively kind of know how to control it, but you don't have enough of it in you to fully kind of connect, if that makes sense. But you see Dumas goes, "Wow, so you have a little bit in you as well. I mean, it's not unnatural for a person to have a little bit. I mean, I think a lot of people are expected to have just a little bit, but you seem to have a pretty significant portion inside of you. That's pretty cool."
Pretty cool.
You know,
Can I assume that I'm also there?
yeah, you can be there. You can be watching.
I'll be like, what if we all like have a little bit and we combine it? So like, I like go over there and I also put my hand, see if it changes anything.
Sure, it moves like if these glyphs are like an alphabet, it moves like the first hump of an M, like lights up a little bit.
Oh yeah, guys.
It lights
So
up.
we
just
just
a
get
little
a
bit.
ton of people.
We just need enough surface area for everyone to touch it.
You see that Dumas goes, well, this is a bit unfortunate, but you know, I think your best bet with these things usually are elves. They are a little bit closest to the ancients. I mean, it's pretty strong in you, Sir Thuma. If you have any family nearby, if they really want to, I bet they could get this thing running. If you wanted to do that, of course.
Say that.
You don't. I mean, not that you necessarily have to. I mean, obviously, we could just go straight to Ravenhall and have that young lady do it for us. But if you were interested in doing that,
I just gestured to Gallet, and I'm like, Captain's orders. Wherever we go next, I have no desire to say anything about that.
I'll just prod Dumas a little bit, just like you won't know why, but I'm just like,
Oh. I mean, let's check out Ravenhall. It's in the Sunrise Isle still, right?
Ravenhall is in Castlemont.
Oh, way off.
So
Are we close to the Sunrise Isle or Castamond?
You are in the Far Isles right now, so you're right around where the Sunrise Isle would be. You are less than a day out from it. You were like 6 days out from Castlemont proper.
I mean, Sunrise Isle is so close, and we haven't gotten to see Sima's family. And who knows, maybe Sima's parents?
I mean, this thing, if we activate it, it'll make the boat faster, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean...
It would take some time for me to be able to set it up here, and, well, we wouldn't be able... Okay, here's the thing. Once we have it activated, then we're okay. As long as we're able to recharge it and activate it, we don't actually have to use it until it's operational, if that makes sense.
Suma, what
So
are
while-
the chances we can get your parents' blood?
We've just discussed. We don't actually need their blood, but they just have to touch it or be in its.
Well, it
presence.
sounds like
Or
we
if
don't...
we wanted the blood still.
Yeah, I don't know.
To have it on hand.
Okay, so maybe I misunderstood what he just said, but didn't he just say that we don't need to activate it with that stuff until it's fixed? Or do we have to fix it with touching it first? And then...
He was saying that if you activated it before you fixed it, that's okay, because you don't
Okay.
actually have to use that energy until later.
Okay, so yeah, we could just...
But
Here's
just
what
because you
I-
activate it doesn't mean it's like operational, ready to go on
Yeah.
your ship yet. You
If
still
I
need the stuff
have-
from his workshop.
If I have this much ability to activate this thing, if we take it to Sunrise Isle and I have my parents and I don't know, probably some other, powerful mages and whatever who live there who are also elves, and maybe even someone from the Feywild, I have no idea. Like, surely on Sunrise Isle we can activate it enough to make it to Castlemont with it. Maybe.
If we can activate it, we can at least get the Castlemon pretty. Like, if we spend the time to put it in the ship and then activate it, it sounds like we
And
could start making some
If we're
good
looking
time.
for things, if we're looking for Feywild stuff on Sunrise Isle, we'll probably
Yeah.
be there for at least a couple days. So, in that time, Tink and Dumas and Simon and everyone can tinker on it while we're doing that.
Yeah, that was the plan. I mean, that sounds like
think
the best option.
We're already here. I mean,
So, but do you need to talk to Ruby about your parents? Is that something you need to do?
I could. I could, but
You don't talk about your parents that much.
no, I don't. It's actually not that complicated. My dad was a big xenophobic asshole, and
Oh.
he hated drow, so when I said that I was having Suli and that I was gonna go be with her, he said, "Get the fuck out," and I said, "Okay."
Did you have Sully out of wedlock?
Zisha and I literally just got engaged right now. So
Oh.
yes. If you
Remember when Suma had that ring commissioned?
Yeah.
It was like a,
Um,
it was a whole
but-
thing.
But
Ah, I remember that. I thought it was a nice gift.
oh no,
No, okay, yeah.
yes, we definitely. Ironically, the wedlock was not the biggest issue there, but I'm sure it played into it. My mom was nice though,
Oh, that's good.
but unfortunately, she usually is pretty quiet when Dad has something he really wants to say. So
Ah. If you feel uncomfortable, we can just find other elves.
would like to see my mother, at least. And I think that you all and the crew would really like Sunrise Isle. It's a beautiful place, and we've just spent however long on Palea. I think people could have a nice shore leave there
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be nice. A good place to go.
I-
if it
to.
hasn't been
do
taken
want to
over
point
by
out-
Red Wraith stuff.
That too. Maybe. I just want to, we tend to bring bad stuff wherever we go. Things like to try to kill us. And who knows if Madeline is controlling evil necrotic things, you know, it might chase us there too. So if we do go there, we probably don't want to stay too long beyond, you know, what we need, and then maybe sometime. A couple days sounds like a lot. I was thinking maybe like a day or two.
Well, we'll see how long it
couple, I
takes
guess a
to
couple
get
too.
any Feywild stuff.
Like, yeah,
The Feywild too.
stuff.
I really hate to bring an undead
I feel
army
like,
there after
honestly,
us.
To a degree, we also follow the trouble. So it's not always us bringing it.
Well, so we definitely
Why
were
is it
fighting
already
this electric creature thing that definitely just out of nowhere got, you know, connected to this necrotic energy. And actually, did you tell us about the Madeline thing, about her talking to you in there?
Yeah.
So we know it's connected. Okay, so very clearly, just out of nowhere, connected to
They
Madeline.
might have just wanted to stop the research project. I mean, Yeska is still against Xandis, from what I understand.
That's true.
Well, still,
If Yeska's really pushing it, I assume there is a reason behind this.
that may be the case, but if that's the case, then they controlled this creature to, you know, attack something that they were against. I feel like at this point they're probably also against us, so there's nothing stopping them from also controlling creatures to stop us.
Yeah, but like also Sunrise Isle just like sort of vanishes sometimes.
Oh, okay, so it's a no PvP zone.
Yeah. Once we get to
Okay.
that island, and then we'll go there, and then it vanishes, and like, what are they gonna do?
That's true. Okay, you know what? You convinced me.
It's no Ravenhall Academy, but there are a lot of mages and warriors there, you know, so I think they'll be okay if something happens. Not that I want it to happen, obviously, but...
And I'm not trying to set
Someone-
anything in stone. I'm just letting you. I'm keeping that in mind. You know, it's not just think this is gonna be a
Of course,
beach
yeah.
episode.
Totally get it.
Maybe it will be. I don't know.
Besides, it's somewhat unrealistic to say, alright, since we bring trouble, we could never stay at a location for more than a day or two.
Well,
We're gonna need to make stops.
knowing that it's, you know, guarded well, then maybe I was just thinking that this place seemed, you know, like it maybe doesn't see a lot of conflict, and maybe they would be ready for it. But if they are,
They're elves. They probably...
they've lived long lives.
forever.
Yeah, you know, that's true.
Yeah,
If
have
you
you
live
seen
forever,
someone
then
in
they're
battle?
probably- Yeah. What, do you think all... I mean, like, all elves
Well,
have to be good
I'd be
with
a little
each other,
worried if
right?
they all had that kind of bloodlust, but
They're not all like that.
Well,
I'm very careful.
okay,
Not all sun elves.
you've gotten better.
You have gotten a lot better ever
Except for when you
since
used that
I-
helmet. Yeah.
I
That-
feel so
that
much
helmet
better about
was
that
the-
fucking helmet. I
Yeah,
seriously
good
feel
job.
so amazing.
Also,
That was good.
what's up with the dragon? We didn't really touch base on that. You just summon dragons now?
Yeah, I mean, we met Iggy, and I sort of got attuned to his presence and communed with the magics a little bit, and made
Was that
something-
Iggy?
An echo, and not really, just sort of like a construct or an echo of him.
So you
Okay.
just decided
But it's
you
still
wanted
kind
a
of-
dragon, and then you made a dragon?
Oh yeah, of course.
Wizards are bullcrap. I have to make deals.
Wizard
Oh, that's
bullshit.
cool. I just look at Simon with a glare. Oh, he's gonna do whatever he wants to, I bet.
You just look at Simon. He's like
The great thing
currently
about
casting a
wizards
hex at
is
Dumont.
you can do it.
Oh. Never mind, not a
Simon.
wizard, a witch.
Just got that.
Great. So, I think you guys, I think you have the entire crew kind of on board helping you guys with, you know, wrenching this thing out safely. I will say that you guys are able to take off as much as you can, salvage as much as you can of the Arcane engine and load it aboard the Reaper. I will note that this does not mean that you have installed it on the Reaper, just that it is on board.
I want to ask Gallet quickly. Well, like,
Yeah.
just Thailand. So we just got the 500 gold. Do you want to put
Yeah.
that straight into the crew fund, or what are we doing with that?
I think I put it in my notes. I just said ships fund 500 gold because honestly, when we get to like Sunrise Isle, Let's just spend that gold on like getting healing potions for everyone. Like we need it stock back up. We have the money.
All of us or for the crew?
For us.
Okay,
The crew
that's
doesn't
what,
do
that's
much.
what I was trying to make sure. Do we know
Yeah,
how
no,
much
no,
money we still
that's
have
more
for
like
the crew?
Party fun. That's-
Shaz did some damage there. Nico hit a crit. That's all I'm saying. They do stuff.
I gave them a good amount of money when we heisted the bank. I don't think we're gonna have to be paying them. Soon.
Yeah. You
Okay.
guys are
Oh,
pretty
right. The heist. I always forget that we got a lot of money from that.
I think we can
All
just
right.
say 500 gold is for the party fund.
Okay. I forgot. I was just making sure that they were paid up, but nice.
Only for organizing parties. That's it.
Oh, and one more. Sorry, we're all doing one more. Once I
Classic.
have like a moment, I would go in the water and I'd check where the tier of Calypso is looking.
Yeah. You go into the water. The tier of Calypso is pointing north.
All right, I'm gonna have to start triangulating where it's pointing.
Yeah, I will. If you need this, I can remind you what the layout looks like. You guys are here-ish.
And doubt it, but would you happen to remember? I did look once before. Would I happen to know where I was and where it pointed?
I believe you would have done that. I think you would have been in Bar Vault at the time.
I think.
Up here. Wow, I can't believe I remember that. It would have pointed roughly west.
Oh.
I think you only need the 2 points, right? To cover this.
Not pure west, but maybe west northwest.
I wouldn't have the exact, but I would get Simon and just let him know the direction, and I'm gonna just have him do the triangulating for me.
Sure.
That seems like a Simon job.
Yeah, he figures it's somewhere in this area.
We're going to Hansi.
You put like a general circle for it.
Yeah, sure. Let's do. Like a
We
light-
can check that out once we are able to
Mhm.
speed through ocean real quick with engine.
Yep.
Okay, so that's kind of.
Ah.
I feel like there's a
interesting
very
that-
specific thing in the center of that circle. So.
Interesting that.
Wild.
Interesting. Great. Okay. You guys are able to load the engine back onto the Reaper, and I just wanted to say a fond farewell to this map because I feel like it looks great, guys.
It's an
Oh
awesome
yeah, no,
map.
it looks great.
Sorry
Sorry for messing it up slightly.
we didn't use it. It's okay. And I think I will take you, I guess, back here to the main room. Yeah. I will say that it is about a day to get to the Sunrise Isle. You may take a little bit extra time and arrive in Sunrise Isle towards the end of its kind of opening period, I guess. It's able to be entered phase to check out one of the places that Leviathan could be, or you can book it straight to the Sunrise Isle.
I mean, if we can still make it, I'd like to just like cross off where the Leviathan could be.
Okay, cool. Just to be sure, you would be getting there to the Sunrise Isle a little bit like close to sunset, so it would no longer be there, or like it would be about to be fading out. You wouldn't have as much time. That's all I'm saying.
That seems fine.
Okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
Okay. You stop by an empty patch of ocean, except, Suma, to your knowledge, this patch of the ocean should be empty. So this should be a place for Leviathan to exist there if it happened to stop by. But this time around, as you guys come by, there seems to be a very large green island sitting there in the middle of the ocean. As you come by, it is around it's like midday, I will say, as you are kind of like floating by this, maybe more around noon. There is what appears to be a large bonfire in the middle of this island that is setting a large, great black plume of smoke into the sky. As you pass by, do you approach closely, or do you just see that it's not there and then just like immediately change course?
Yeah, that's too interesting.
Okay.
I see something, so I have to know.
Okay. You bring the ship in a little bit closer, and you hear drums, very loud drums that reverberate throughout the open ocean. Just boom, ticka, boom, 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 ticka, boom,
Oh,
boom.
they got a
It's
beat!
It's like, yeah, you
A groovin'.
hear, and depends. I don't know how close you want to get.
I mean, I sort of want to get like I look around me like, right? I'm not alone.
It's kind of
Even
a
though-
banger.
Yeah. Even though I'm like looking for confirmation, like, oh yeah, this is a team decision. I'm still slowly turning the ship.
Is this same
Yeah.
day, no long rest, or?
This is long rest after a long
Okay.
rest.
Alright.
Yeah. Gallet, you hear over your shoulder, I don't know if I would do that, Captain.
Why
And
not?
you see Lula fluttering about. Well, if my eyes are to be believed, that is likely Gobland.
I turn fully towards it. You can't say
Such a dumb
Gobland.
name. No.
You can't say Gobland.
No,
And
Captain,
think that's-
it's right about just the stupidest island you possibly could go to. It's
Oh,
just
we
full
have
of
to go.
goblins.
Oh my goodness! You know what? We need to see what the locals are doing. I feel
Goblins for whom Goblin Island was just simply too long to say.
I feel like we are not taking advantage of going across the world and learning different cultures.
Alrighty, let nobody say I didn't try, at least.
Does anyone speak Goblin on the boat?
And you see Lula just goes, just raises her hand.
Lula,
speak-
you're on the expedition.
A little goblin, a little bit. And you see Lula has few talents, but speaking a lot of languages is one of them. As you get closer to Gobland, you just hear the drums, and you hear it chanting, ooh, chuka chaka, ooh, and then you hear it's like just a bunch of like people like chanting at the same time. It's not a huge island. It is like an island the size of maybe one city, basically. Kind of like with like a very long. It's like, you know, a kind of a gray rocky beach kind of around it. It's shaped roughly, as you look at it, kind of like roughly in the size of a face, maybe like a face with like two kind of like long protrusions, maybe like a goblin's head, maybe.
Mhm.
You could say that,
That's
maybe.
wild.
Yeah, and this kind of like, you know, gray rocky beaches, and then these like kind of like tall sloping hills that come up from the beaches, and inside is kind of like a dense jungle like thing. In the very center, there's like a small like craggy like rock formation that could potentially host like a very tiny like cave system. And kind of like right by that is where you figure the bonfire is originating. There isn't like a traditional port, so you can't like dock. But you could just like weigh anchor and then either walk on water or just swim on shore.
Or bring it like the boat. Like there's a smaller boat.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah, or take your little mini boats. Yes, indeed.
I
Yeah,
think
and
that's. I mean, Ruby can just walk, but not all of
Hey,
us can.
Gallet.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Lex just running up to the
Weigh
deck.
anchor.
He's running up to the deck. Gallet, what is that noise? What?
ooh, kukachaka, chukukachaka.
Why did it get louder? Are we going towards this sound?
Of course. Aren't you a little bit interested in it?
I feel like the end of the world is
Wait.
on the horizon. Do we have time
We
for
have
pit
a
stop?
bit of time.
Do we have time for Gobland?
I feel
We're,
like we need to
we're
stay focused.
We're close to the Sunrise Isle. We have to wait till it opens.
It
What
sounds
is it- it's gonna
tribal. They might not take kindly to our
It's gonna
presence.
just be a quick jaunt. I just want to know. I just want to know what they're doing.
Just
Dude,
one
do we
side
even know what
quest,
they
bro.
are? Who they are?
I mean, like, what if they know stuff about the Fey Realm? You
Do
know,
we know anything about this island other than it looks kind of green?
it's named Gobland.
It's what? It's a name.
You heard me.
Goblin.
It's named goblin.
Is there, by chance, goblins on this island?
It really sounds like it.
And you think... Okay. I'll prepare.
Well,
I'll go get my
look,
bow.
look. They're probably a nice civilization that we just need to talk to.
I'll let Suma and Ruby know.
I'm
Break the
Is now
news
the time
roll.
for
Eli just
journaling. I
said-
don't even bother coming on deck. I'm like, see you tomorrow.
It's called Goblin, Suma. I don't know
Okay,
what's wrong with
so-
our captain.
Can we mutiny? Is this the time?
You would be the best one to lead the... It's fine.
No, this is...
Maybe we get
need
something
this.
fruitful at the end of this. Who knows?
Yeah.
No,
What are
no.
the chances that something pops up that catches my eye and it's not useful? What are the chances?
Maybe we'll get a painting.
No, that would be nice. I mean, like, we can leave as soon as we want. Let's just, I'm just gonna go into the boat and just start getting ready to lower. All right, who's coming with? Anyone's invited. Wow, really? Silence.
Just complete silence. Simon goes, I mean, I'll go, I guess.
Yes,
I'm
yeah,
not really sure why we're going, but...
Don't you want to learn about their culture, Simon?
like, not at all.
That's okay.
I feel like we've learned everything just from the music. But
Ooh,
I guess I'll go
Jack.
to Locky Labs.
You
Lucky
see,
lads.
Lula goes, but you don't even understand any words of the music.
Well, we got the beat.
Yes.
Do you understand what the words are saying? Are they saying kill them all or something?
No. Well, here's a rough translation. It would be, the sorrow that has descended upon our lives on this morrow is greater than that of which our ancestors has ever suffered. We gather,
Oh,
we
God.
gather, we gather, and we weep before the moon. The time has come now for great perseverance. The time has come now for great strength. We look only to the heavens in order to bid for their mercy.
It's so poetic. Oh, was there more?
Pretty good.
That is beautiful, honestly. You don't want to learn about their culture?
Okay,
It's
well now I
beautiful.
feel like we need to go there to help them. So now I'm on board.
One of the finer points of Goblin linguistics is that Uga and Chaka can all have nearly 100 different meanings depending on the exact intonation and the grunting that precedes and follows that words.
Very intricate.
Yeah. Lula, can you give us an example?
Yeah, for example, if I were to say, ooh, gachaka ha, that would be akin to saying, your breath is that of a horse's releasings. And that would be
Ooh.
quite awful. But if I was to say, ooh, gachaka hoo ha, that would be as to say, I have never seen beauty more all-encompassing than the sight of your face on a summer's eve.
What did the first one sound like again?
You know what? I think I see actually they're sending like a little
Oh.
advanced scouting group down like to investigate our ship. Perhaps we should deal with that.
I'm going. Hey, Nico, you want to come?
Yes, sounds like a fun time.
All right.
It. Very well. Okay, so you guys all go to Gobland. Everybody goes. Simon is there, and Nico is there, and everybody else fucks off. And Lula's coming out. You guys, I think Ruby, you can just walk on the water upon the waves, just riding it, as everybody else has to use the lame way. Well,
Yeah.
Alok has to. I think Gallet and Suba can both fly.
Yeah.
I can
but
teleport. I don't know how far away it is, but I can teleport.
Are we also going?
Not gonna.
Oh yeah, Suma's not coming, right? Or no?
Hey, Ruby, if you go, I will go.
I don't know.
I do not
Always
want
loves
to
putting-
go, but I also feel like Gallet might get in trouble.
Well, Suma, the song did
I
mention
agree.
that they're in like trouble,
They did
so.
say ooh,
It's
gaha.
so it's possible that we can
Ooh.
offer helping them, and
Fine. What else am I doing?
I mean, We just want to make the world a better place wherever we can.
You guys suck as adventurers, really. Where's the passion in the art?
Well, I really
I'm
wanted
not
to
an adventurer. I.
Sure, this is absolutely the worst timing for you specifically, Suma. But still.
But it's
Yeah, I mean,
Gobland.
I hear their beautiful melancholy song, and I just think of my cruelly kidnapped and abused daughter. So I'm just like,
Ooh, Gachaka! Ooh!
Yeah. but I will go with you to protect you from yourself.
That, you know what? I still haven't fixed my shirt with all the acid stains, so I would benefit greatly.
Did we fix the ceiling to my room?
If they eat you, I will not be going. I will not be
Like-
switching.
Nah, we
I
haven't
would not be
yet.
helping out with that at all.
It's a
Um,
skylight.
Okay.
Yeah.
True. I'll put your
You
glasses
guys, Tink promises that they're gonna repair the acid damage as you guys are off on Gobland. As you and your group kind of exit onto the beach, Ruby, you just kind of pop off of a wave. You come in off a wave, you just land on the rocks. The rest of you, the boat kind of docks against the shore a little bit roughly. You're able to all get out. You see an advanced party of goblins, 3 of them. There are these 2 like kind of burly looking goblins. They both have like these like sharp mohawks. From what you can tell, they are girl goblins, and there is one kind of older like goblin woman kind of accompanying them, kind of a bit hunched over, wearing what looks like an old like captain's coat, like far too big for her, that has been kind of like draping along the ground as she's moving forward, and she's kind of like propelling herself forward on a cane. And you see she goes,
Ooga chaka, oa, chakaka ooga, ooga kochikaka chaka.
and then the kind of the 2 goblin guards just kind of nod and kind of stomp their little spears like onto the gravel. Suma, would you have cast comprehend languages in ahead of this? Okay, cool. So nobody knows what the fuck is happening.
Do we not have? Oh, she does. Okay, is she here?
Lula just comes by, and she says, "Hooka chaka chaka chikuka chaka."
What a
Oh,
beautiful
God.
language.
And then the kind of like the elder looking goblin woman goes,
Oh, common only. Oh, okay, got it. I mean, in my neck of the woods, you come to someone's island, you learn how to speak their language, or at least you make some kind of effort, not just, hey, I'm here, you better speak common to me. It's fine. You guys, so to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
I mean, I'm the captain of the crew, and I'm the one that decided that we just had to see what was happening.
Ah, okay, understood. Well, you've caught us at a bad time. In fact, you've caught all of the Far Isles in kind of a bad time. It would be better for you to just turn around and go back to where you came from.
Are you guys also suffering from any necrotic beasts happening in the water?
Oh, yeah, you got that right, but that's not even the only problem.
Oh?
she looks at you guys and she says,
Why do you ask? You didn't seem very, discouraged by my warnings.
We're pretty strong. We have some time to kill. If it's something that we can be pointed towards, we usually solve it. Or
you
kill it.
see, you hear the clattering of a spear as one of the goblin guards turns to the elder and goes,
Godmother, could they be the heroes of prophecy?
the godmother goes,
Now that I think about it, you might be right. There's exactly the right number of them.
Wait,
Their
I look
forms
at
do
Simon,
seem
Lula. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's exactly 6 of them. That's insane, and they're all exactly as was foretold.
Wait,
What
there's
does the
7 of
legend
us.
say?
There's 7 of us. Does she not
Is
count Lula? All 4 of us.
Plus
Simon,
Simon.
Lula, Nico.
Okay, I was wondering. I thought Nico
Nico's
came.
there. Nico's there. I forgot. Well, obviously the Fae will not be involved in the actual
metaphor.
saving of the prophecy, but the other 6. Yeah. How did that prophecy go again? Let me think. I think it was elves of 2 will come on ocean blue, and there's a dwarf. There's another guy. And a gnome, and a human, and they're all there.
At least I'm in this one.
What a strong prophecy. And yes, it is I. It is
Well,
us.
it's probably
We're
just a weird
prophesying.
translation out of their language. I'm sure in their language is more prophetic.
Yeah. It's probably profound in goblin.
Yeah.
It rhymes in the original Goblin. It's
Well, because it's all just ooga chaka. Of course, it's gonna rhyme.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm fucking dying. I'm sorry. Holy shit, I'm crying. Oh. Anyway, it makes a lot of sense in the original Goblin. When basically there's the 6th person, and in some, this is so really we're in East Goblin. There's a West Goblin on the other side of the
this
Far
war?
Isle.
Jeez.
Yeah, in West Goblin, they're
Give it
basically
a look-see.
yeah, they include the fairy, the pigs, the sprite. We typically don't.
Does that mean that we should be over there then?
Nah, you're fine. Come through.
Prophecies are sort of, they can fit many things.
Yeah. It's not about, it's about the fate we make along the way. Anyway,
Yeah.
come to our bonfire, our tragedy and mourning and kin burning bonfire. We'll tell you all about our troubles. And then the godmother just escorts you
She's rad.
up this little trail all the way up, and you guys follow, and you see she turns and she says, I do sense something about you, though. One goblin can always tell when another goblin of their tribe has judged and deemed a person worthy. And one of ours has deemed you worthy. I can tell. And she kind of says that. She says, so hopefully you can help us out. But if not, fuck prophecy then. And it comes forward. If you guys remember, there was a goblin in Lagan that you guys helped out. You avenged, or kind of, you solved the murder of the guy.
Was it in the library?
Ran. It's in the mail station.
The post station. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the post office basically. I am in pain. You guys get up to the bonfire. The mirth of the kind of the silliness of these goblins kind of abates a little bit as you get up to the side of the bonfire, and the ooga chakas get even louder. But now you can really see the sadness in each ooga, the sorrow in each chaka. The movements are kind of very fluid and very expressive. And as you stand and stare, you feel the emotions, you feel their pain. They are burning, they're not cooking like a large boar that they hunted as a feast. They are burning on a pyre, ritually, a pile of dead goblin bodies. The godmother turns to you guys and says, recently, there's been a spate of attacks. Us goblins, we like to hunt out and see, oh no, we lost Gallet. Uh-oh. Hey, get him back. Where is he?
Alright, he chases off sometimes.
Does he always just space out like that?
He has a lot on his mind.
Really?
Prophecy actually said 5 people, so.
What? Am I back?
You hear us? You good?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, basically, everything's very sad. And then, the godmother turns to you and says, here's what's been happening. Us goblins, we do our hunting at sea. We like to go out, we fished, and we come back to Gobland, and then everything's good. The thing is, Gobland isn't even usually here. Gobland only appears in the surface when a goblin dies. Out here in Ela. So when people leave, usually it's to find out who died, to avenge their loved one, to investigate. After a goblin dies outside of Gobland appears and sticks around for, well, usually a couple weeks, sometimes a couple months. We're not so used to it. The dangers that are out here. There's some kind of strange, demented sea dragon or something, and it's hunting us. Not to mention those, bastard military ships.
Are they attacking you guys as well?
Basically, yeah. One of our small little ships was doing its best to get back home, fleeing the dragon, and they got blown out of the water by the Navy ships.
Can you describe what they look like? Maybe what flags they're flying?
Oh, sure. I mean, giant, really big, bigger even than the one that you guys rode up in. Lots of sails, lots of cannons.
Oh,
and they're,
big ship.
Yeah, and there was multiple of them too. I don't know why they're all here, but they're flying a flag with a little wolf on it.
Does anyone know if a flag of a wolf is?
Probably Locky.
Well, well, yeah, no.
I was expecting a claw, but apparently not.
So, do we think? I was at first thinking it was the Leviathan, but if it's owned by the military of Locky, that's a low chance.
It's possible that, when what's his face? Constance? What the hell was his name? Gawain. I was close.
Yeah. They're right.
It's basically the same thing. It's possible that Gawain had some influence in this, and we don't know what they're doing. But...
We knew that he was working with the Queen at some point.
Yeah, so it's likely that he pushed for this in some way. I don't know how. I don't know what ends. But...
How recently did these military ships come by?
Oh, I mean, they've been here for like a week or two.
And
actually, no, a couple weeks. They've been here for like a couple weeks, actually. I remember what the timeline was.
How long has it been since we found out about Gawain being in Locky with the Queen?
Definitely a little bit more than a couple of weeks.
Okay, I didn't expect you to know.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Thanks,
it's in the prophecy. Okay. It's in the prophecy.
Oh.
It's somewhere between the 6th Uga and the 9th Chaka.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but yeah, they've kind of been, well, normally that dragon, which has always kind of been here, leaves us alone, but I think it's being aggravated by the military ships. The ships are scaring away its natural prey in the water, so it can't eat, so it sees us and starts picking on us.
Yeah, it's already pretty rough for most sea dwellers right now to get food regularly.
Yeah, things are getting kind of crazy. So, here's the thing. Either you can kill the dragon for us, or you can make the military ships go away, and maybe the dragon thing will sort itself out over time. But who knows? Maybe it'll still be mad. I don't know. And then we'll give you like a fucking what do we got?
What do we
and
got?
looks up at the well, we got some stuff in the cave. Remember that thing with the weird symbol on it?
Weird symbol.
Ah, yeah, that thing with the weird symbol. I do remember that. Okay, yeah, we can give you a thing with a weird symbol on it.
I feel like I should haggle or at least confirm that whatever you're talking about is slightly magical.
Oh, it's definitely magical. It's got a weird symbol on it. Most things of that nature have,
That
you
does
just-
sort of check out from my personal knowledge, yes.
yeah, magic people, they get lazy. They're just like, oh, how do we make sure people know it's magical? They put a weird symbol on it.
I mean, that's good enough for me. Let me check with my crew. Guys, do you want to antagonize an army for an item with a symbol
Oh.
on it?
So first of all, we don't know exactly what the ship's doing, so I don't know if we wanted to jump into that. Right? Maybe there's a reason. Also,
It's Gwaine, though.
well, we don't know Gwaine. Is Gwaine on the ship? Is that what we're thinking?
I don't know. Someone said the name Gwaine, so I just immediately said, yeah.
Well, it's possible because he was around this area talking to some of his parents.
How about we do some recon? We can do some
Yeah.
recon.
So we can figure out what's going on with that. And I was also thinking, what if we if we did want to take care of the ship, what if we had the dragon take care of the ship or something? Try to drag it over.
Oh, work with the dragon.
Or just trick it into fighting, make it chase us into them and then it fights them or something.
Yeah, I like
Or
that
working
idea.
with the dragon, that could work too. But yeah.
Yeah, if we, maybe we can work with the dragon.
Like you said earlier, we could try to, instead of punching our way through things, maybe either direction we end up talking to the ship or to the dragon.
Alright, so we need to scout the ships and try to find and talk to the dragon.
Uh-huh.
And see from there, the dragon could just be evil,
Yeah, probably.
and that means we'd have to fight it. And the military could be evil, so we might just have to fight it.
It is entirely possible that both are just taken over by the
Evil.
necrotic energy. so they might actually work together if we bring them together. Which would suck. But
I think that's a decent enough plan,
Mhm.
in a general sense. I mean, I'd be up for giving a quick look. See, it's just scouting. We're not even guaranteeing we're gonna be doing it. It could just be out of our wheelhouse. Ruby, Suma, you guys have been awfully dead quiet ever since we decided Gobland was a great idea.
don't say we. No, only one person did.
I put my arm around and when the lucky lads decided it was time for adventure, you guys have been weirdly silent.
Yeah.
Lucky lads.
I could ask Mama if Gawain is at Sunrise Isle.
Oh yeah, Sunrise Isle. That is a thing, huh?
I mean, maybe he's not, maybe he is, but any information would be helpful.
That would be helpful, yes. Would be smarter for us to go to Sunrise Isle to get more information. I don't even know where the ship and the dragon are. Godmother, do you know where they are?
In the sky and somewhere in the ocean, probably. Respectfully.
The ship's in the ocean, right?
In the
Okay,
dragons.
cool.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
The dragon eventually lands in the ocean, right? Just to sleep and stuff.
No, it sleeps in Dragland.
That makes
You
sense.
know what? At least all these islands sort of have a good indicator of what they're bringing.
It's easy to
Yeah.
keep track of.
Yeah, there's Dragland, there's Gobland, there's Finland, which is where a lot of fish, mermaids
Oh,
live.
okay.
Um,
I hope there's no more.
Yeah, there's so many more.
Okay.
I can't even tell you how many more there are.
You don't have to. We can.
There's a
find out.
lot. There's Minotaur Land. There's there's
Weirdly
Arakocra Isle.
segregated. These are weirdly segregated islands, don't you think?
It's just where they come from, you know.
Ooh.
It's just where. Hey, there's non-goblin folk here. You see,
Oh,
that's
really?
you see that's Dave right over there, and there's like human Dave is like.
Joe was I
Um,
account
it's just-
for them.
yeah.
Is this like what Chuck Darluz was saying about, islands and then ocean?
Yeah. Yes, that's
Because-
basically. Yeah, that's exactly.
Park-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
feel
I like that one. That was a good one. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's basically it, kind of how it works. Also, there's like goblins that aren't from Gobland. There's just, they're elsewhere. They're doing their own thing. Yeah, not every goblin comes from Gobland, and actually, it's really fucked up if you assume that.
Yeah, it would be.
We're special Gobland goblins. It's like a thing.
Can I make a medicine check just to know that I'm not high currently?
Yeah, sure.
Just pinch yourself.
On a 7, you have the feeling that there might be some like herbs, ritual herbs inside the bonfire that you have been inhaling as far away smoke ever since you came within like 2,000 feet of this
That
island.
would make way more sense. Alright, well, thanks. We'll get right on that, Godmother. We're gonna talk about it on the ship with the rest of the crew. You know how it is. We don't want to spoil
Okay.
the morning.
All right, you do you. Hey, listen, we've lost a lot of our most cherished loved ones. We're only just trying to make a living fishing out
Yeah.
here. So if you could lend a hand, if you really are the warriors
Yeah.
of prophecy.
No, we
um,
probably are.
Well, I mean, look at the mural. You see, you look over at the cave, and there is like a mural on there, that has like outlines of some heroes that look pretty much like you guys. You see the Aelok silhouette. You can see like it's like a white bow that kind of identifies him. Ruby's, Warhammer and red hair. I think it's red now. It's not black anymore, I think. Suma even has like Suma, your color palette is like your current clothes, not like your previous like orange palette, or your previous like mostly green palette. It's like your current outfit. And Gallet, you're there as well.
Is that my
and-
current acid burned clothes?
Yeah, your
Oh.
clothes are burned for some reason.
I was expecting very generic stick figures for someone with like elf
Yeah.
ears.
No, they're
But
it's
no,
pretty,
this is
pretty,
pretty accurate.
pretty good.
Okay,
mural.
yeah, no, they're dead on with us.
I'm
Wow,
just,
that's-
I'm just
I
happy
mean,
to be involved
it's-
in this prophecy. I feel like I.
Yeah.
It's on the mural. It's on the mural.
weird that this is the one that got you, not the one, not the giant ones, but the Gobland one.
It is
got you
interesting.
Dead on.
Yeah, I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? Fuck with prophecy, I would be some kind of fate fighter to do that.
It's probably pointless anyways. I don't think you can fight fate. Anyways.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
only
do
we
you
could
guys just
play
leave? You guys just
Destiny.
leave now, or?
Yeah, I
Guys.
don't know. This has been like a wild trip. Gotta go back.
Gallet, again, we find ourselves trapped by fate. I feel like we called ourselves the Fate Fighters, but damn, we really just keep walking into fate and going with it.
I
don't think we-
feel like fates keep on getting in our way, but also we're sort of asking. But also,
But that's the
at
point
same
of
time,
fate.
How would fate know we chose Gobland?
I don't think we can fight fate. I think that's the.
Now we need to
Definitely.
fight it.
As you guys leave the goblin bonfire, the gobfire, everybody just go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm out of it.
Okay. Aelok and Ruby. As you are managed to kind of tear your eyes away from the gyrations and chantings of the goblins around the fire, and you decide to take a look back at the mural, with a 21 and a 20 perception check, you note that this mural's paint is extremely fresh.
Huh.
Maybe as if it was just painted just now.
and like quickly
Just wrap
threw
guys.
dust
Oh my god.
thrown over, just in case, just to make it look older.
Really nice that they keep it up to date. They always repaint over just to make it look nice.
I think we should head out, guys. I think we feel some tingles, some senses telling me to get out of here. Did we ever take that quiche out of the oven? I feel like something's burning on the ship. We should.
You're so right.
Oh, why are
Right.
you guys?
I
Are you
don't
guys
smell
leaving
anything.
already? You guys are leaving.
Yeah, we're gonna get.
Okay,
Don't worry,
well-
we'll talk to you later.
Listen, it fills my heart with great joy to hear that you guys are gonna come out and help us. Hey, here, one of our most revered tribe members, Human Dave. Human Dave, come here.
You see Human Dave comes up and he goes, oh, hey guys, how's it going? Human Dave. And you see
Human Dave is actually wearing right now the thing that we're gonna give you guys if you help us out.
and Human Dave does like a little twirl, and he is wearing this very stunning, like it's like a red cape, but the outside of it, like the material it's made of, is like this strange, like very lightweight but durable, almost chitin looking material, almost like the exoskeleton of something has been fashioned into a cape, and emblazoned upon it in like a slightly, almost in like a mosaic, is the symbol of a crab.
It's one of them.
Oh, okay. We definitely
Well,
now
now we
we're
have
all
to.
interested, right? Now.
Now, okay, well, guys, we might not be able to get the achievement.
Wait, so that's
but we
interesting
can get
though.
close.
Well, because if he has one and there's multiple more, I mean,
Yeah, they said that ours was in the cave. I don't know if
Yeah.
No,
you're
he's
lying.
no. She said he brought out the thing.
oh,
Like Human
okay.
Dave went and got it for you. To,
So
like,
it's just
show
the
it
one
off.
then, right?
Yeah, it's just the
Okay,
one.
thank God.
We don't know what it does. It's just
No
it has the
dimension
little,
value.
it has a little symbol on it.
Abe.
Interesting.
So yeah. All right. Well, see you guys.
Yeah,
Well,
thanks.
if you decide to come back, you know where to go.
What's the possibility it's just a cloak with a crab on it? You know, like maybe it doesn't do
0.
anything.
It's fate.
It's fate. We fight it, but we can't.
Well, no, the only fate we don't want to fight is getting these artifacts.
But the issue is Suma already destroyed that destiny.
That was fate.
He threw it away.
That was fate to get rid of that one too. First,
Oh,
it's just all fate.
It's not fair to say it was fate for everything.
Okay. I'm gonna say you guys wrap up in Gobland
Yeah.
and head back to the ship, and resume your course set out for the Sunrise Isle.
Yeah, we're gonna need to get some info.
As you do, you sail off, and maybe about an hour or so before sunset and the island vanishes for the duration of the night, you behold it from a distance, and it looks beautiful. It's like shaped like a crescent moon. You can see like the city, like the structures, the buildings upon it. Everything looks incredibly beautiful. But I think the one thing, before you can truly appreciate the architecture and the geography and the geology and everything like that, the thing that you note first is the presence of 8 Lockheed warships docked at the very small dock as you approach. And I think on that, we will call the session. We went a little bit over with our Gobland detour, and pick back up next time around. Whew! Okay. Uneventful.
Gobland was wild. I did not expect it.
Gobland?
8 warships. Okay.
Uga Chaka.
Are they all of
You know?
that size that they described too? Very big ships.
They are big. They're
Okay.
big ships.
This will be fun.
This will be fun indeed. Not too late to turn around, but
What are the chances they're looking for the Reaper? Come on.
Who knows?
What a chance.
Okay. Yeah, been a while since we played. How do you guys feel coming back?
It was fun.
Missed
I
it.
had a good time.
Be back.
I don't want to come back on.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I'm
don't know why
still
I-
s- I'm. Yeah.
I don't know why I laughed so hard. I laughed so
Dude, that was hilarious. What are you talking about?
it's
So
like
dumb.
my stomach hurt. Incredible.
Yeah, I love the goblins.
I feel like the experience of Gobland like hit me over the head with a chair is what it felt like in my mind.
Liz is stun locked right now.
Yeah.
I am.
Incapacitated.
This is definitely
I
gonna
am
be
incapacitated.
like it happened. We'll finish it up, and we'll be like, hey, we got a cool zodiac item. Where did it come from? I don't remember.
Let's never talk about Gobland ever again.
It
Oh,
doesn't matter.
gosh.
I love that they were bull crapping us the whole time. Yes, they're the prophesized members.
After we already said yes too, I'm pretty sure.
It's because when I was making it up, I knew she was also making it up. That's why it was making me laugh.
Oh,
I knew she
thought-
was lying.
It's impressive that instead of going for an illusion on the wall, they went for the real deal with the paint.
They just painted a brand
Yeah.
new mural,
While we were all distracted with her talking, some other goblin in the background is just like,
sketching us. That's why it's a silhouette, because it's from behind. They're behind you painting it. And I forgot Nico was there, so I said 6.
Yeah.
that just makes it better because they were lying.
Sam was like, oh crap.
But yeah, I think we learned a good amount of stuff today, as well as did silly stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Liz, you now know where Sully is.
Yeah,
yeah.
Or was. I'm not holding
No,
out
there-
too
she's
much
there.
hope.
she's there.
Yeah, I honestly,
Nothing's stopping me from just jumping in the ocean and swimming to the.
I wasn't
That's why
sure.
I constantly checked in with you. Like, I don't know if Suma's leaving.
yeah, I
Look
didn't know if you were gonna want to like beeline straight there. So I had like the Gobland thing ready as an idea, and like I knew that the ships were gonna be at the Sunrise Isle for whenever you guys got to the Sunrise Isle. But I didn't know if you guys were just gonna be like, oh, that's where Sully is. We're just going there right now.
I mean, that's kind of like what he and I had already figured, like that she would be on Castamon, but I think knowing that she has her own little cottage filled him with like a little bit of hope because maybe Yeska won't be there and we can, I don't know, break her out or something.
You and
but-
Kurt.
Heist again? Another heist?
No, this is more of a kidnapping.
Yeah, but
Doesn't count.
when she wakes up,
Mike.
No, luckily,
Yeah.
Suma understands the grind for collecting the zodiac artifacts.
Yeah.
And understands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's that's. I think that's the line where like Suma as a character and me as a player, like I have to draw the line because, like he's like I have to go right now, and I'm like I know we have to go clockwise.
Well, no,
Yeah.
obviously Suma, the character themselves, prefers the zodiac artifacts over his child.
yeah. Everybody knows in a video game the apocalypse pauses so you can do all the side quests.
Yeah.
It does. And I mean, like, if we think about it, Suma lost the Zodiac, like, item. Like,
You
got
owe
rid
this
of it.
to us.
And now, yeah, and if you think about it, that probably has a lot more hurt in your heart than your
Yeah.
child. Because the child's been gone for a while. But, like, but the Zodiac, like, that's fresh. That hurts.
Yeah,
Is that how it works?
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
how it
miss that old guy who was
goes. In
using
your
that
head.
crime.
Talk like this the entire time.
Yeah.
I need something else that talks to me in my sleep.
This one's gonna be crap. It
Yeah.
just hears like the pinching, not stopping your ears.
Oh my god.
I love this. Was a fun session for me. I like this session.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it was a good. It was a good one back.
funny sessions.
I really loved Alok asking, why are you talking?
I did,
about
dude. I
that?
couldn't
That
believe
was
I.
his one.
I was
so
actually stun locked
funny.
after that for like 10 minutes. I couldn't believe I did that. Like it's actually, I
It
felt
was
so
good.
stupid. God.
Maybe you did it on purpose, and then it was better when I realized you didn't.
Well, so that's the thing. Like I thought about like when I saw the clip of the movie, because I haven't seen the movie yet. I saw the clip, and I was like, "There's no way people actually do that. It's not that hard." You know, just after the first time, we probably do it right the second. But I actually did, and it's.
I guess
It's so
You
dumb.
know what? Great job, Ryan. You said you were looking for comedic clips, right? That one seems pretty open and shut.
Oh,
Yeah, that was organic too.
Yeah, maybe we forget about that one.
Sponsored by the D&D movie.
We'll just kill Tony again and do it right the next time. Oh man. Yeah.
I
So the
love
thing
it
is,
when
like,
everything works out.
I was like so caught up in my thoughts of like the whole, that she was talking weird, and you guys were laughing, and then like someone said something about like she's gone, and it caught me like, wait, what? She's gone? And I had to process why she was gone. I couldn't ask the question. It's,
Oh, incredible.
yeah.
I can't believe that encounter should have been like relatively deadly, by the way, if it didn't roll like sub 5
It rolled
multiple
Well,
times.
we did
bad.
lose.
It
Someone did
rolled
die. It was
so
definitely.
bad.
It missed me 4 times, I think.
Yeah, and it missed it nat 1'd on A-Lock.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I do think probably in the future with big fights like that, maybe we send the crew downstairs. 'Cause, maybe not Nico. Nico is probably
Nico was
helpful
big,
enough.
though.
Yeah, I think the healing's good.
Nico's a 5th level. Nico's 5th
It's-
level
oh, wow.
now. He's
And
pretty strong.
Simon keeps kill
Simon's
stealing,
good,
so
too.
he keeps on getting stronger. But like also,
Simon and Nico.
I don't know.
They can provide, but everyone else just goes down, and then we
Yeah,
have to worry
well,
about saving
but,
them,
like-
and that like makes it harder for us.
But the issue is like, I'm a big fan of Tony now. I'm okay with replacing Shaz with Tony.
Wait, I don't know if anyone caught that earlier. I was saying, yeah, we like Tony because Tony's like the first archer that I can teach. Shaz is an archer.
Look, Tony got you. You have to
When Tony
respect
comes back,
that.
I definitely want a trainer because it'd be cool to have like
Yeah.
another
We
archer.
can forget
Or-
Shaz again.
We're getting so many people on this fucking ship. I'm losing my mind.
Well, it's fine. We're losing
Everybody
them too.
we all got a new NPC this fucking.
Going
We
forward,
got Simon 2.0. We got fucking Lily.
Well, we have
We
to add
got
it. We have to
Tony.
add them quicker than you can get rid of them.
yeah. Well, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
Whenever they die, instead of asking a question, then we go, I'm just gonna hold on to them, so that way we can just keep a good limit on how
A good
many-
balance of how many
yeah,
there are.
exactly. We can like contain it, kind of, but yeah.
You know, that demon that's looking at you, he's gonna be wondering why you just have tons of souls you're keeping.
I'm not using them.
This guy knows what's up.
Oh, okay. You got something for me? Want to make a
Keeping
trade?
souls.
You know you're
Yeah.
supposed to use the souls, right? But I'm just storing them.
What did they give you other than the question thing?
So,
you have
okay.
like a buff while you have them or something?
Yeah, so there was a buff. That's why I was asking if that's why when I realized that I should have taken the souls when I didn't, it would give me advantage on the constitution save that we did in the beginning.
Ah,
Um,
right.
This, and this.
Are you gonna start
Oh, wait.
holding on to souls now?
The right one. Yeah, basically. Well, I can only have so many. I think I can only have 4 at a time. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. I love it.
That is so. For specifically your character, this is weird for you
Yeah.
to hold.
Yeah. Well, that's why, Aylock doesn't like the amulet. Definitely goes. But
Yeah.
then he's trying to embrace it, so that's why he's like,
Wait, does that mean you can just take other people's souls too?
anyone that does, if they have a soul.
Can you just take air misses?
If he dies.
Yo!
Wait, oh, that was the
Let's
whole
just
thing,
take
right?
Yeah. You don't have to. You don't need. Like, you can just do it. You don't need to make a save or anything. It just
Yeah,
happens.
we could tell Aramis this next time we see him, and maybe he'll be down.
Okay, but what do you do with a soul to kill it?
What do you mean?
Just breaks it, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, if he has like the same loop as the ship, you know, the people from the ship went back to the loop anyways.
How about if we just get Aramis? You can just like make a trade with someone.
Well, so that's what I was saying. Like when we got the Tony one, I was like, maybe we can look into this and figure out a way to use the token to break them out of the loop. But maybe next time.
That would be a. I understand the like
Other trinket.
logistics of that, and I agree with it. But also, in a different way, when we find that out, that would be so messed up of us. Like, okay, we're about to break you out of the loop. All right, everyone, line up.
One way
Well-
of doing it that doesn't matter anymore, I will tell you, is that if a person on your crew were to go into the fires of Mount Pelea, they would die permanently.
Oh.
That Aramis would also die permanently.
Aramis should go then.
We should
Just give him that info.
just like have everyone sign a waiver if they want to, saying like, if I die, you can take my soul and send me off out of the loop. Like we can, like, they can sign off on that, and then if they die naturally, like organically, then we can do it. We're not gonna kill them to do it. You know?
But that means our meat shields would slowly diminish.
Okay, but
Balance. Okay, gang.
Can we
I gotta
have
go.
these moral talks after we save the world?
all right.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
bye bye.
See you guys.
See
This
you
was
guys. Thanks
awesome.
for a super fun one.
Was
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah. See you all later. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.